okay. Okay.
But yes.
That's why you've got me.
Exactly. Well, no, actually, we actually have capacity for 5, so with the magic of overlays, there can indeed be 5 people.
Yeah.
Stream late by 1 minute, literally worst podcast North Korea. I'm going to watch Aurora Peachy. Just my own mods, just rebelling against me already.
There's nothing wrong with Aurora Peachy streams.
I don't think that's the point. I'm pretty sure it's just probably one of the highest. He's just defaulting to the top stream.
Did anyone hear Ruby destroying Aurora Peachy yesterday on stream?
Wait, what did she say?
What?
This is the thing.
What happened?
This is the thing. This is the thing. And people tell me I do the same thing. Anytime someone mentions Aurora Peachy that's not like a rabid Aurora Peachy fan, they're insulting her.
Are they?
That's how it's perceived by the rabid Aurora Peachy fans. So whenever I say, like, Aurora Peachy cries on stream, that's nothing other than what she does. Aurora Peachy cries on stream. I'm not saying that as an insult. When Ruby says that Aurora Peachy cries on stream, she doesn't mean that as an insult. It's not like Aurora Peachy is bad because she cries on stream. It's a thing she does.
No, she's great, but
so
she's an
it's not.
person.
It's not meant to be.
So
a
yeah,
bad...
somebody yesterday said something. Or Doc, I think she was talking to Doc or somebody, and Doc was like he was gonna cry or something because of I forget why, and Ruby's like, no, you don't need to do that, or you can't do that, or something. We already have that covered with Aurora Peachy, or something like that. It wasn't a slight in any way, but like she was just referencing like Aurora is the, you know, she reacts and she
cries.
Yeah. It's like I the only reason I watch her Sailor Moon videos, you just kind of skip along. Yeah, there she cries. There we go. Job done.
And I'm really bad too. I'm really bad when like I don't know what it is, but like, when other women, I'm a big crier. No, when other women cry, it makes me like awkward and uncomfortable, and
did you
it
just
makes
say
me want to cry.
Other women cry.
When other women
cry, when other women, yes, myself included, because I have underboob. And
Inks is human meta confirmed. Human female meta.
Me and Mordramoth, we're both it's.
Oh man, I like this webcam position because my Yu-Gi-Oh cards are just that much more accessible. They're just right here. I have them ready to go today.
It's the perfect setup, the perfect TeaTime
meta.
Setup.
Yeah.
So is this your first week in the new position, as it were? I've not watched that yet.
This is the first TeaTime with this webcam setup. My webcam is on a boom stand.
Oh,
because I had it on top of my like primary monitor before, but this desk wiggles whenever I wiggle my feet, so the webcam just shakes really bad. So I had to put it on a boom stand. So I'm forced to put it over here. I guess I could put it on the other side, but there's nothing interesting over there.
Oh, by the way, I was told to ask if we could please play Quipstick.
Quiplash.
No, what the hell is it called? Quiplash.
Quiplash.
I'm just making games up now. Copyrighted by Inks. You cannot name your game Quipstick.
Quipstick.
You can buy it from me for 50 cents.
How do we play Quiplash?
At the end of the show or whatever.
Yeah, at the end of the show.
Play something.
I actually... I could buy it. I actually don't own a copy of Quiplash, so I'd actually have to buy it. I just steal my brother's copy.
You can only play it once?
No. I don't have a copy. It's a Steam game, and yeah.
How did we play it then?
Because I steal my brother's copy.
Oh, I see.
And I can't steal it now.
Just use the family sharing.
World's first casual. Well, thanks for the follow, man. That's a good name. It's time to duel. There's some dongers. Where's Buttspur? Yeah, that's gonna take a while to go away, isn't it?
Buttspur.
What is he doing?
I heard it as boots. I heard it as Botspur, but someone was saying that it was Butts.
Buttspur.
The announcer, I forget what his name was, Chris something. The announcer that ArenaNet had, and he got way better as like we got into day 2 and stuff. Like a lot of the stuff got way better as we got into day 2, as far as like flow and awkwardness and whatever. Everybody settled into a more natural thing for the TwitchCon thing, but Yeah, he was reading people's names wrong. At one point, he said, "Oh, we have a video by." It sounded like he said Inks, and I'm like, "Oh, one of my videos." I'm like, "What video could they possibly be using of mine?" And here it was like Ixia. It was the little Ixia that talks, and he just said the name wrong. But when Bootspur's video came up, he was calling him Buttspur or Botspur or something like that. He totally mispronounced the name. I was dying on stream. It was so funny.
I'm quite surprised it's taken that long for Buttspur to get into circulation. To be honest, it's like can we insult somebody with
on purpose? Maybe.
Maybe he's just there. It's like I want to be Buttspur from now on. He's paying ArenaNet in the background.
I don't think he's gonna. Yeah. He's not gonna have a choice now. It's just it's there forever. Just you can just watch the VOD and then find out his true name.
Have to crudely Photoshop all of his logos. Just change that globe at the back of World of Enders to a nice round buttock.
That could definitely be done.
Nice little crack down the middle.
The best part is that Brazil is actually going to go and do that now. I can almost guarantee it. He is certified to be able to do that as well.
I taught Nemesis about Photoshop this morning. That was fun.
Oh boy.
He was panicking in Skype. He says, I can't apply a gradient to a smart object. And I said, I know how to fix that. And I fixed it for him.
Okay.
No one else probably gets that, but that's fine.
Yeah, I don't. That sounds like
the cooking show.
Yeah.
You know, the cooking show, some people were giving a lot of harp about the cooking show. The cooking show wasn't that bad. If you like cooking shows, the puns. The puns of like she's like, you know, she was talking about apples or something for the first show, and she was like, I get my apples from so-and-so in Queensdale. And it's just like every time you made an in-game reference, I was like, I just kept face-palming. It was, it was too much.
Dude, no,
if you want to smash your apples, use a juggernaut.
I couldn't get enough of Jenna Hale cooking, man. It's like being high
and cringy,
watching
but
it
in an addictive way.
Just so strange. I don't. What was the thing? What was the thinking? Just go right. We've got a couple of hours to fill. What we're going to get right is we're going to get a voice actress to cook for 2 hours.
It was unusual. I didn't see that one. Well, no, I didn't see that one coming.
Yeah, I went away from my computer when those came on. That. And, like, the music on the second day, like, whenever the cooking and the music came on the second day, I just, like, walked away from the computer. Not that I thought... The guitarist and the violinist, they seemed uncomfortable playing live, but the bass player seemed very comfortable. Like, that was something that he did. And he was...
the second day, he was, like, directing the other two. Like, he was setting it up for, like, okay, guys... This time we need a little bit more whatever in the song, right? Like, remember to do this in the song. Like, he was directing a little bit better for, you know, a better live performance, I think, the second day.
Well, I remember from I think Corvus interviewed McLean a while back. I remember McLean saying that he's not played live in a number of years. So I guess kind of going from your little kind of cozy studio thing to just being on Twitch with two other people just going...
Well,
but
and it's like anything else. It's like when any of us make content, make a video, you can make a video, you can screw up 5,000 times, and nobody ever sees it because you just cut it out and you have your perfect little video, your perfect recording, generally speaking. But when you're live and people are asking you, what do you think about this? What about this? And you make a mistake, and it's like, what are you talking about? No, you're an idiot. You know, it's one of those things, right?
Yeah, exactly. Doing things live, like live streaming and video recording for me, they're two very different things. And they're just like playing music live and playing music in a studio are two very different things.
Yeah.
Not that I have much experience with that.
And some people were giving like the violinist
RPG
a big deal or a bad time or something. The first couple of songs on the first day, I think she was, and I'm not a violinist, I don't know, I'm not even a very music aficionado kind of person, but she was a bit off. Like, even I could tell as someone who knows nothing, she was a bit off on a few of the songs. But she definitely got, like, they all definitely got better as it went along, and they got into their stride.
Yeah.
And
I think the second session was definitely better for however long it was. Because I know Twitch had a few problems around the time that the second session went up, but just listening to them play, it just like you were saying, Brazil, they had a Big Z. Taking a little bit more musical control, and it just was really, really great, and I'd love to see it on SoundCloud at some point.
Yeah.
The most important Norn interior, or the most, what was it called? The most interesting Norn interior.
Yeah.
I'm I gotta say, I'm jealous. I'm super jealous of Sanctuary of Wolves. I mean, the dude has a perfect like radio kind of voice, and they asked him to do that project. Super awesome. I think it was a little bit long. Like, they could have done with maybe 2 or 3 less quotes. That's just like the game show, too. Like, the game show on the first day, they only had Mike Z up there.
Yeah,
there was like 50 questions. The questions went on way too long. But it was time filler. But then the second day, they had Hugh and Byron Miller up there. Those two were clowns clowning around, having a good time. It wasn't nearly as awkward. It was filler that, like, maybe you weren't listening to it the entire time or something, but they were having fun with it and joking with one another, and the atmosphere was way, way, way better. So, it was one of those things that, like, everybody got better as time got along, and they got more comfortable in the settings, the environment, and all that kind of stuff. So, it was good.
It's weird. It's weird if you think about it. 2 years ago, if they'd have tried this, when they first started doing points of interest and or whatever it was called back then.
No, don't make me think about that. Please, no.
Flashbacks with the 1,000-yard stare.
Oh no, that would have been very awkward to watch.
Yeah, but just seeing how they've all come on, and even on stuff like Twitter and the Twitch channel Points of Interest, they've become, we've got the individuals like Ruby and Josh and Stefan. They become these personalities that people can start to relate to more, rather than just this kind of faceless anomaly that is a game developer. And it's very rare that you get that.
And being up there, and it depends on the person as well. Not everybody's comfortable in front of a camera, in front of an audience, whatever's going on. In a noisy place like that, it's very easy to get distracted with everything else that's going on around you. I think that the show, besides, there was definitely technical problems and technical glitches, that all that kind of stuff, unfortunately, is going to happen. I thought overall it was a great 2 days of information and shows, and some of it cringy, some of it entertaining. Overall, I thought it was really good. But was it perfect? No. I mean, things are never going to be perfect, but I think they did a good job overall, and I found it entertaining 90% of the time, or 80% of the time at least.
Exactly. And one of the things we are here to discuss is, of course, the Druid. I believe we have 2 Ranger mains here, right?
We do.
Yeah.
We
do.
I used to.
I'm useful.
So maybe you guys,
I'm useful. Please pick me. Please let me come to the raid.
I've got this skill 4 on longbow, and I've got a bear.
Is that the perfect Druid setup?
Yes.
Just don't actually use Druid. Just bring bear. Just role play as a Druid.
Just roll as a bear.
But yeah. So maybe you guys would like to start us off on some thoughts on the Druid.
It was kind of close to what I was expecting. I was certainly expecting some kind of support-based class, but I was expecting a lot more control and maybe a bit more DPS than, or a bit more damage aspect than just kind of out and out healing kind of stuff. Just having a quick look at the skills on the staff, pretty much everything does healing aside from was it Vine Surge, which I think was the one that they showed off in the original trailer, and everything else it's either kind of like Sublime Conversion, which is pretty cool. I've got them on my other screen. Instead of kind of reflecting something, just having that, it's almost like it's like that. There's a warrior healing skill, and I think the Revenant heal does it as well. When you take on damage, you heal, and there's one of those. It's really cool. Borderline useless in the current game, I think, with the exception of World v World. But raids, yeah, this is going to be very, very useful when it comes to challenging group content, I think, and also dragon pets, which is
those look really good.
Which may or may not be useful. We'll see.
Well, I'm gonna use them regardless. I don't care.
I use a shark underwater. Kind of a useless pet underwater, to be quite honest, but I don't care. It's a freaking shark.
It's nowhere near as useful as it is on land, though. A shark on land.
Which he likes to do, still. Yeah, I was a little surprised with Druid, to be honest. I didn't really expect so much healing. I didn't really expect any class to get this much healing. And I never really put that much emphasis on healing. I definitely thought we were going to get things like regeneration and boons to give out, or share boons, some way of doing that. I thought we would get like protection and Condi cleanses. I figured that's what Druid would really be, all about that sort of kind of support. So this much healing definitely surprised me. Like many people, there's this concern of, do we really need this much healing? And if we need this much healing, what other classes in the game are going to be able to keep up with this amount of healing? Now, certainly, like Ventari comes to mind. I guess Staff Ellie's definitely can pump out.
Cleric Guardian.
And Cleric Guardians, yeah. No. There's definitely some classes that meet this, but everything on this has healing. The glyphs are selfish healing until you go into Celestial mode, then they're group support healing, and the staff has healing on it. Now, he did say that he wasn't wearing gear or something with any of this.
Yeah.
So the damage looked decent for no gear.
If that's the case, the solar beam does a lot of damage.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, but that's what he said. The healing also was pretty strong for having no gear. He was doing almost 1,000 healing a lot of times.
Yeah, he was.
It depends how well it scales, though, because right now healing power is not the best when it comes to scaling.
Right, that's
true. It's not very good at all, actually.
I'll be completely honest. I want to play a Nomad's Druid.
Really?
I do.
Why?
I want to play a Nomad Druid because I just want to tank and heal. That's all I want to do. It's gonna be awesome.
Take toughness, vitality, healing power. It'd be
yeah.
Rangers will only be allowed to be in a group if they're druids. I don't think that's true at all.
I don't think that's true.
I think that's
I mean, me and Inks talk about this all the time on Gilgab. It's like there are so many shit rangers out there that give us a bad name, and it's not hard to not press 4 and put your pet on passive, and that is 50% of how to be a ranger, and the rest is learning the class. It's just basic stuff. But actually, it's kind of interesting. You see on the one side of the spectrum, you have your base ranger where you have kind of, you hang about at the back with your DPS and all the rest of it. And then right at the other end of the skill spectrum, you have what looks like a really intensive, really involved healing class. Because like I said, to me, this seems like only for very, very high-end content. High-level content. And it's going to be a barrier for a lot of people, I think. The skill curve on this, I think, is going to be pretty insane.
Yeah.
I think the other thing, too, is a lot of people look at any of these elite specializations in a vacuum, which is the wrong way to look at any of them. It's not like you're going to run a druid or berserker with all the glyphs and a staff, and like you're not taking into account the other specializations that you can take with this, how it mixes and matches with the other weapons and the other utilities and stuff. You're not going to run all glyphs. That would be silly. Not all of the glyphs. It's like running Scrapper and you have to run all gyros. It's not going to work, And I think too many people are looking at it in this vacuum of, you have to be this intense healer only. You can't do damage. You can't do anything else. You can't bring your other utilities to the group that you're used to bringing as a ranger. So, it's gonna have a place. I'll be interested to see how this works. I'll be testing it out. I know Brazil will be testing it out come the weekend. It's going to be a lot of fun trying to find that balance of how much healing you really do need versus how much damage you can also still bring to the table. And having the new pets like the smoke scale, yeah, I don't know what to say. Like, he looks like a little badass, and it looks like he does a ton of damage. He puts down, like, that evade field or whatever it is for him. It looks like he's going to be super, super annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks cool. I like the fire dragon.
Yeah. You can have dragons.
Yeah, you get the electric and the fire wyvern as two of your pets, and they look pretty tanky. By and large, their stat majors are toughness and vitality. And let's see, I've only got the electric one here, but we've got a cripple, and we've got a knockback on, even though it's only like a minor knockback on the wing buffet thing. Buffet, that's that right? Buffet.
Yeah.
Because every time I see that word, I want to say buffet.
Buffet.
Wing buffet.
Wing buffet. All the wing you can eat. That's right.
I think the bristleback looks pretty powerful as well. You know, all those spines, all the bleeding it can do.
All the bleeds.
We also see that the wyverns are getting 700 condition damage, or at least the electric one is getting condition. And that's another big thing to take into, and we can see the bristleback is getting 1,000. That's another big thing that they talked about. This is for all rangers, not just druids, obviously, but they're giving condition damage, a base condition damage to every single pet in the ranger's repertoire. So 400, 700, or 1,000 condition damage, depending on the pet or the pet class, something like that. And yeah, that's going to be really interesting because one of the things about pets is they didn't scale off the ranger's condition damage, right? So that was an issue for Condi Rangers in the past.
But no longer. Well, so shall we take a closer look at some of the weapon skills for a start? The staff for the druid. Oh, first we have Solar Beam, which is a beam of light which damaging the targeted foe and heals allies inside the beam, and actually does a lot of damage as well. I'll show the video in a minute after we've kind of read this, but in a brief amount of time you get some nice numbers, and obviously it's the best kind of skill, the kind of skill that the damage is close enough together that it just goes up infinitely.
Yeah, so it's going to confuse people.
Well, yeah, you can confuse people with it. You can be deliberately deceptive.
I had to make a whole video on this topic because people were telling me that Flamethrower Engineer did millions of DPS, and the Greatsword Mesmer did millions of DPS, because they're seeing it just go up and then the floater not go away.
That's not how it works.
I know.
If only it was.
If only.
It would be, things would be a lot easier in that case. But,
and 100 Blades does 30,000 damage per hit.
That's true.
That's right. Good one.
That's not that far away from reality. Well, the healing, well, it's not actually that much without any healing power, but the damage is actually decent, which I wasn't really expecting. I mean, I was kind of expecting it to be like Ventari, where you're just kind of a wet noodle and you just slap people.
Well, it's hitting for like how much? Like 1,700 a hit there, or somewhere 1,200 a hit, something like that. A little over 1,000 a hit, it looks like.
Yeah.
Exactly.
On crits.
Now that number's stacking up. You guys are seeing 8,000, 9,000, 10,000. Like, that's, you know, he's not hitting for 10,000 every single time he's hitting, you know.
It's a cumulative effect. That's the right word.
I'm not sure if this will be I don't think this is going to be a big healing output thing. I think all the other things are going to be the main healing
it's just
from
like
this.
It's like an added bonus,
Yeah.
right? It's like, I want to line up my allies while I'm damaging or attacking, or if there's two guys trying to hold aggro or tank, whatever you want to say, right? We know at least one of the bosses, you need to occupy him somehow. This will be good to be behind them at some range to get a little bit of extra healing on them. Not a
It'll be
large
like
amount by any means.
having an extra half a healing signet or something.
Yeah. It's a tick, just a little tick of health.
Yeah. I don't know. I think you'll be happy to heal 1 or 2 people with this. Maybe not even any, because as someone in the chat said, the beam is really thin, so it's hard to hit people with it, especially when you have to fire at an enemy. So you're gonna. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe people's positioning skills are amazing, and the new meta instead of stacking, it'll be line. It'll just be a line, and you just have to fire loads of druids. It's going to be 3 druids and then 7 people in a line, and you just fire.
God, it won't be stacked. It'll be line up. Everybody get in line quick.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Oh shit! You didn't get in a line. You didn't get any healing.
We all died. Oh,
he's no good.
What a disaster!
You can't freaking line up. Just get in the damn line.
I think there would have been a potential for it to be more effective on either the damage or the healing if it had been a flip over skill. So say if you line everybody up and then the secondary, it's got a chain or something on it that fires off a healing orb through people or something like that, instead of having everything all together. But because that'd be kind of interesting if you could fire your solar beam or whatever, and then you navigate round the battlefield to fire off your healing orb. But then I guess you can't really hover on that second auto attack skill for too long, can you? Until it just sits there like a skill that you're waiting to use, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, you're not going to be camping number 1 all the time. Oh my God, he's dying. I need to press 1. I need to auto attack the boss to heal him up.
Yeah,
there's plenty of us to do that.
What about this though? Astral Wisp. You attach a wisp to your foe, and while it's attached, it heals allies. It rotates around the enemy and heals allies it passes through.
Again,
I'll be interested to see how hitboxes, hitbox size, plays into this.
Right, yeah. Because Tequaddle's pretty freaking large. You're going to go all the way around Tequaddle. And it's around his tail, guys. Just 5 more seconds till you get that heal. Just hang in there.
That's very interesting, actually. Do you think it makes a set number of rotations in its duration, or does it go a set distance?
I don't know.
I don't actually know.
I mean,
that.
I'd guess it would tie into its radius of 120. So even if you've got a giant foe like Tequaddle, and it'd focus on one of its legs and it'd rotate around that point for 5 seconds, rather than just
like a
5 seconds halfway around and that's it.
Yeah, it's a radius of 120, so that's basically the target box of the monster, I guess.
So that'll be good for people that are meleeing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it does a little bit of damage as well. So, yeah, that's fun.
Yeah.
What about Ancestral Grace, where you become a wisp? So last one, you put a wisp on someone. This one, you turn into a wisp. And you travel to the target location. When you get there, you heal people.
So it's a big heal when you get there.
Yeah.
16 healing.
I have no idea why you'd want to use that if you're a druid, unless you were playing in Nomad's gear. Like
why would you want to use this?
Get away from something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this is a movement skill. I mean,
sorry. It's not a target enemy skill, is it? Sorry, it's a ground target skill. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I misread that. Yeah, that makes
1200 range too, which is
it's long.
It's a big movement.
Big.
I can see lots of druids actually like pushing themselves off the edge accidentally with this thing.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think you can run damage because you still have another weapon set, and the base healing is good. So I think it's going to be about how far you can push it by barely surviving and still doing as much damage as possible.
Not only that, but thinking about a raid setting too. This is going to help you move around the raid field extremely quickly. If you are the healer, let's just say, and I know that's a term a lot of people are not liking right now. So let's just call you support. If you're just playing a very supporty ranger, you're not really going so much for damage. You are heavily supporting. This is a good scale to get you to the areas of the battlefield you need to be on to actually support. I mean, you're not all going to group up in a little ball and fight the raid boss. I can already tell you that's not going to happen.
Yeah,
So
well, that's definitely gonna happen.
people are gonna try that, but
You're gonna pull them around a
hopefully,
corner.
according to ArenaNet, that's not gonna work. But so this will help you get around to the places you need to be.
Exactly. You can ensure people don't die. And you can rush over there, give them some more healing, and then use all your other healing as well. So that's pretty good.
Have a bit of fun communication with the Ventari Revenant. That'd be some pretty nice synergy. You could what is it? Skill 7 on the tablet that pops that little bubble. So you chuck your druid all over, and your Revenant can coordinate and just protect your healer all the time.
Oh, with the bubble? I don't know.
Yeah.
I have not played Ventari Revenant. I played with a staff a little bit.
Oh, dude, I expected it to be rubbish, but it is so much fun. Even when you're not doing any damage, you just it goes there, it goes there, it goes there, and then all like the little bit. Yeah, it's not a hugely offensive thing, but it's just fun. It's just really fun to mess around with and kind of make the green numbers appear, which is nice.
I don't know. I found the Ventari tablet to actually be really annoying, and the cast time was constantly screwing me on making it move.
Really?
Yeah.
It felt clunky, but we'll see.
Yeah, we will see. Like we'll see what Vine Surge is.
Terrible segue.
Amazing.
ArenaNet, hire me now. I will host your programs.
TwitchCons.
Yeah.
Yes.
Look at this. Vines immobilize people and cleanse conditions. Kind of a weird combination, but you immobilize people and get rid of the movement thingies.
Is this the one that has bleeding as well? One of them he said had bleeding and it didn't show up on the tooltip.
It doesn't have it on the tooltip, which is weird.
Yeah.
So you're right. But it removes all mobility conditions, and
it frees your allies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. I don't quite. What's this number of impacts thing that it says 7?
It hits 7 times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So it's like a. What's the word? I don't know. That's weird.
It's kind of 7 mini AoEs in a line.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Right. Like the Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm with you. Okay, that's pretty cool.
So I guess if someone's running away from you and they happen to have lots of condition cleanse, because otherwise they won't be able to get there because they're moving, you can hit them multiple times.
Yeah.
If they're constantly getting rid of the immobilize and running in the exact direction you want them to, you can hit this multiple times. I don't think that will be a standard usage, but who knows?
Situational.
It'll happen in bad PvP games.
Yeah. Yes,
For
the
sure.
animations are very nice. All the animations are good for things. Yes. Anyone have any final thoughts on Vine Surge?
Not a lot to say.
Okay.
Aside from we saw it in the, like I said, we saw it in the trailer at the back in January.
Well, I think there's probably a bit more to say about this one, because this is a very cool ability, Sublime Conversion. It converts enemy projectiles into healing things that heal you.
This is going to be so good against shit rangers. I can just imagine
rapid fire.
Rapid fire. I was doing our fractals this morning, and you know the bit where the Archdiviner gets his reflect on, and I was in the party with 2 other rangers, and they both go down because they're rapid firing right into them, and of course they're stacking vulnerability on themselves. I just like, stop doing it. And it's just going to heal a druid right back up because people are they're not going to notice it.
Yeah,
that's a really, really great little skill.
It absolutely is. Short cooldown as well, 20 seconds.
Yeah.
So that's a lot
and an instant cast.
Yeah.
Which is big.
It is big. Very convenient.
Yeah. I actually missed the live part of this. Is this going to move with you like the
No.
the Revenant Hammer thing does?
No.
It just goes down somewhere.
It's like a Guardian Wall of Reflection.
Yeah.
It's like getting inside of a Dalek.
I don't even want to talk about Doctor Who.
What, last night?
So bad.
Yeah.
It was great.
Reflect is better than
What are you talking about? It's not great.
Up until the bit where he just went, "Ah, that was my evil plan all along."
Well, come on, that was incredibly predictable.
Oh yeah, but
come on, you can't be disappointed. It was all. You must have seen that one coming.
I knew it was gonna happen.
It was fine. See, even he can't admit that it's good. Okay.
All right.
Yeah, what? Just kill the bad guy, for God's sake. It's not hard.
Yeah. Oh, don't
You were
spoil.
literally Hitler.
Yeah. Literally. You immobilized.
I have no idea what you guys are even talking about, other than I know what Doctor Who is, because I don't watch the series.
Just
Idiot.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
He's a doctor. He doesn't kill. He's killed plenty of times.
Listen,
he's
I
not
can't
Batman.
respect a doctor who doesn't wear that 55-foot-long scarf like the one did way back in the 80s.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So if all the other doctors can't come up to his level of scarfness, I just can't respect them. Can't watch them. Sorry.
They even put that scarf in Guild Wars 2.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
That's how popular it was.
Yeah.
It's confirmed you can be Doctor Who in Guild Wars. Chronomancer, time travel.
Probably.
It's in the game.
Yeah.
It's true. I am not a Who fan. Sorry, guys. You can send your hate mail to Brazil at Guild Wars 2. Tell him how disgusted you are that I'm not a Doctor Who fan.
Brazil is the official intermediary for Inks now. Because everything goes through him. Alright. That's all the weapon skills. But
Cliffs.
there is the fancy new thingy that rangers have in Druid mode is our glyphs. Here's the healing one. The glyph
But
of
you can't use
rejuvenation.
underwater.
Yeah, I was just
Unless
about
that's
to
just
say
a
that. You
mistake.
can't use any of these underwater.
Well,
Why
Yeah.
exactly?
I wouldn't worry about that because there's not going to be any underwater stuff in Heart of Thorns anyway, so...
And Druid's useless in Central Tyria, so I guess you don't need it.
Yeah, I wouldn't be too concerned about that.
Well, I don't know.
We're full of jokes today, guys. Don't take
There are
everything
two people that I can think of that'll make really good use of Druid and Fractals, but I'm just gonna take the shots and we'll move on.
Yeah.
So the first one is Glyph of Rejuvenation.
Yes. Lots of healing to you,
That
and
is a huge heal.
and
Yeah,
a
that's
little
a
bit
heal.
to 5 people around you. And it's worth pointing out that when you go into Death Shroud, Celestial Avatar, all these glyphs have a kind of inverted effect. So when you're a celestial thing, you heal yourself for a little bit, and people around you for loads.
Look, man, it's not a Death Shroud. It doesn't.
a
It's
life
not a no
shroud.
shit, but
Shroud.
it's a
Life
really
shroud.
bad Death Shroud, if you want to call it that. It doesn't last that long. It's not going to save you from anything, and you don't get a cool weapon.
That is
So,
true.
There you go. I keep calling it Shadow Form from World of Warcraft, and even that doesn't make any sense. It was a damage form. But anyway,
Druid Shroud. Yeah.
Druid Shroud. Druid Shroud. That's right.
I mean, I guess you would take this if you want to be a druid. I guess it's a lot of AoE healing.
Yeah. It's...
Maybe.
Yeah, it does depend how much healing is going to be required for the raids and stuff, I suppose. I mean, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like, I guess if you wanted to kind of branch out a little, if you'll excuse the pun, from purely healing, you might take Healing Spring for the blast, but sorry for the water field. But
Yeah.
I'm not sure why you'd bother if and I think this is something WP said in one of his videos, and we're probably going to talk about why you take this when you've got a whole ton of water utility in other classes, but it's very, very. To be honest, I'm borderline taking that instead of Healer's One anyway. That's a fantastic skill.
Indeed. Do you have a strong opinion about this, Brazil?
I think it looks cool. If I ever play a Druid, I'll use this one. But
okay.
I mean, I'll just play Druid in raids probably. So I won't get to use this other places.
You said on Twitter that Reaper and something else going to have to take a shelf.
Yeah, I thought about that for about 10 seconds. It was long enough as it took to make the tweet. And I was like...
Okay. In that case, let us move on to the Glyph of Alignment, which is kind of like the Elementalist Dagger Earth 2 thing, except it applies weakness instead of bleeding. So you summon rocks, I think, if I recall correctly, and stab people with them, and cripple and weaken them, which is, I don't know, I think it's kind of an interesting thing to have on a utility, don't you think?
Yeah, it's some nice damage mitigation there on the weakness. I quite like that.
Good for PvP, maybe.
Yeah.
Because, like you were saying, there's only so much healing that you can do with a class. There's no point just going, we've got another skill. Oh, let's just screw it. Let's put some more healing on another thing and call it something different. So there are going to have to be alternatives to what's going on. And once you've got your healing skill, which can't really do anything else but heal you, you've kind of got to come up with something else for the utilities.
Brazil doesn't hate wooden potatoes. People keep saying that. People say that every week.
Well, yeah, they're doing that.
I know they're just trolling.
Yeah.
And
I have to say it. Yeah. I don't. Oh.
Yeah, we all know you hate.
There aren't very many people that I hate. There are not very many people that I hate. There are some, not very many.
The thing is, I've paid no attention to Guild Wars 2 drama or whatever's going on. So all of this is going way over my head. I kind of like get up and go to work, come back and do my daily, and that's it at the moment. And then someone goes, "Oh, did you see this?" It's like, "Nope, tell me about it."
I'm really sorry. This stream just generates lots of dank memes of its own, and they just get repeated every single week. It's really good. Oh wait, I've been logged out. What the hell?
He relishes in the dank
Did you get logged out?
Yeah, my internet sucks. Who would have thought that? Everyone go spam Virgin Media, tell them they are a disgrace. Don't do that.
He's too busy building a spaceship, man.
Yeah, he's not concerned with your internet needs. He's building a damn spaceship.
On the flip side, the inverted version of this is, well, as you would expect, it is the opposite. I think it heals and removes conditions. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
It's the seed of life. Yeah.
When did I become pedantic? Why am I pedantic, Jebro? Virgin Media is awful. Been out of the what? Yeah, bro, stop making sense. Yeah. But yes, the inverse. Heal things and get rid of conditions. How very useful. And I guess it's 2 conditions, or is it just 1?
It says conditions remove 2 on the tooltip.
Okay.
So, yeah.
It's weird in the sense that I don't know that I necessarily love this glyph for raiding or PvE, but on the other hand, when I'm in tree form or shadow form or whatever you want to call it, celestial form, I do want the cleanse and the removal. So I don't know. It's kind of tough.
One of the things I like about this is how the glyphs have 2 sides to them. So it's you have a slightly more versatility to it. So you're not locked into just being a mindless heal bot the entire time. It's actually just pretty good damage.
That's what I want to be. I want to be a mindless heal bot all the time.
Really? Are you gonna just take just heal people with Reaper 4, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, next.
Okay, so we've got where's it gone?
Glyph of Equality.
Quality.
Now this one I'm excited for, and I keep saying this. I'm kind of like Daze crazy when it comes to Stronghold. I love Daze because it stops them from summoning the hero, and so many things in the elite specializations give all of the classes more Daze. And we even seen this on the Scrapper. I don't know. Every time I see Daze on a skill, I'm like, yes, I want that skill for Stronghold.
Except
I love going up and dazing them just for a second or two to stop them from the channel.
Yeah, it's got a long.
Probably overhyping how useful Daze really is, but
yeah, 40 seconds.
I love it. I don't know.
It is 5 targets though,
and 5 targets.
That's true. Actually,
all of you get wrecked when you're at that stupid hero point. You're trying to get the hero channel in Stronghold. You're all dazed, all of you.
You can get. I mean, this is why you just run
instant. And it's an instant.
Oh my god!
So,
so you run full nomads and just sit in. You sit in the middle of the enemy team and just be really annoying the entire time. And that actually kind of works with the elite, which we'll get to a bit later. You can really annoy people with the elite if you get right in there, I suppose, and just never die.
I don't think there's nomads in PvP though.
No,
not yet. Reserve.
Yeah, you would be unkillable on any class. Just think Nomad's Turret Engineer, back when Turret Engineer was good.
And awesome. Once again, the damage for all of these, the base is 947. So
it's decent.
Pretty good.
Yeah, it's not bad.
It's an instant, however much damage is going to end up being once you're geared out and whatever,
I guess if you were ever fighting multiple enemies with break bars, say if you were fighting 5 people with break bars, it might be pretty good. If such a situation was ever to arise.
What's the flip of this one?
The flip of this one
is Lunar.
It's an AoE stun break that heals
Lunar
allies.
Impact. It's got a 1-second cast and a fairly big heal.
It's another daze, and it's a
blast
still
finisher. Dazes. More days and a blast finisher. What? Awesome.
I like that, and that's only got a 5-second cooldown.
Yeah, and the cooldown is short.
Feel the power.
Pretty good.
See, that's weird. That's got the flip of it. It's got a longer daze. It's got a bigger radius. It's a blast finisher, and the trade-off is that you get healing instead. You get 3 times the amount of healing instead of the 947 damage.
Well, and it's a 1-second cast instead of being an instant.
That's a pretty good trade-off, though.
Yeah, the trade-off is not terrible.
Not alacrity.
Especially because the next skill gives you a water field, and then you can blast it with lunar impact. That's it's pretty good. Blast them water fields.
Well, seeing as it was just mentioned, Glyph of the Tides. Push it and nearby enemies away from you, and do some damage. 947 and a 300 knockback to 5 people. You will be annoying with this.
Isn't that a little bit similar to the? Isn't there a Tempest Warhorn skill that on the water that does something a little bit similar to that?
Yeah, but it's it goes forwards. It kind of goes whoosh, like a wave. That's exactly what it does. I think that's all the thumbnails right there, to be honest.
Yeah.
Job done.
I think the knockback might be a bit more on the Tempest one as well.
So my problem with Glyph of Tides is that the animation when you're out of tree form it looks like a burst of water. So it looks like it's going to be a water field, or that it is a water field, and it's not a water field. And ArenaNet, they did this with Revenant as well, with the staff skill where you blast down, except it was never a blast finisher. So it looks to other players, it is a blast finisher now, but it wasn't originally. So to other players, it looks like you're blasting when you're never blasting. And this one, it looks like you're creating a water field, but there's no water field. So for new players or for inexperienced players, they're going to say, oh, water field, I'm going to blast. And they blast and do nothing. It seems like it's, I don't know, I feel like they should either make it a water field, which I don't really think is necessary, or they should change the animation, or at least change the color, because it looks like a blue wave that comes out when you cast this glyph.
Yeah, make it red.
And I know that's a nitpicky thing, but ArenaNet, Guild Wars 2 in general is very much about, they don't want you to pay attention to all your little buffs on the screen, right? They want you to pay attention to what the enemy is doing, his wind-up, his attack, his telegraph. Well, if I'm paying attention to telegraphs and I see this explosion of water, I think water field. But there's no water field, so I don't know. That might be a nitpicky thing, but I don't know. I just think it shouldn't look like a water field if it's not a water field.
I'm not sure about that. I mean, there's quite a lot of things that look like water fields. Like water attunement, a massive wave comes off the Elementalist. And Rex has actually made a good point, I mean, the Dagger 5 in water, you summon a giant wave, but that isn't a water field either.
Yeah, and activating Healing Signet looks like a water field.
Well, again, I think...
Yeah,
I mean, if those are not water fields, I think they should be changed. But, I mean, that's just... Maybe that's too much work for them to change all of that stuff. I didn't realize it was... I knew there was a few here and there, but I didn't realize it was that widespread, that it was that terrible.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
I don't know.
A lot of stuff
to me, I guess, because I'm used to playing Engineer with the healing turret when it blows the water field, this reminds me a lot of that skill, the animation anyway.
Yeah.
So when I see it, I think, oh, a water field, I need to blast. And then I'll blast, and I'll be like, oh, you're an idiot, Inks. You just blasted nothing.
Yeah, Inks is stupid.
Quit picking nits. Yeah. Thanks.
All right. What about this one, though? Glyph of Empowerment, which is a damage buff for nearby people. 5 seconds of 10% more damage.
Pretty slick.
Yeah, on a 20-second cooldown. So you get, I guess, a net 2.5% damage increase if you're constantly using this to its full effect. So yeah, not bad, I guess.
It's good with Spotter and Frost Spirit.
Oh yeah, and we might as well say this now. Frost Spirit's better now as well, isn't it? If you trait it, it gives us...
It's
Rangers. I made the mistake of saying Rangers trade it. They don't currently trade it because it's bad.
Yeah.
They might trade it. I don't know. It's not in a line you normally take. What line is it in actually?
It's in the
nature. Yeah.
Nature.
I think so.
Yeah.
Like normally you don't take nature currently.
Beast Mastery, don't you?
Yeah.
It's third, but yeah, it
does make it tempting.
It does, especially now that you can essentially get what 3 or 4 times more might off the Frost Spirit than you originally could.
Yep. It was 1 might every 3 seconds, and now it's 3 might every 3 seconds.
Yeah.
Not bad.
I'm pretty sure that I play with Nature Magic over Beast Mastery.
Do you?
Because I think it has the trait that gives boons to your pets, or you share boons with your pets.
Right.
I may be wrong. I have not looked at Ranger in a very long time.
No, I think that might. I have very little empathy for my pets. They can gun.
They die too much anyway.
Yeah.
Then why do you play
I might just be a terrible ranger, which probably isn't too far from the truth. But it's like, yeah, fuck them. It's my damage.
Well, clearly you're not playing bear because bears never die.
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe just send it in. Send it in.
You don't do any damage.
Bears,
totally useless.
Bears have the highest DPS uptime of any pet.
Oh wow. This is a dank stream. Yeah, just send that bear in auto attack with longbow from as far away as possible, because that means you do more damage, right?
That's right.
That's how it works. Okay. How about this glyph? The elite one.
Is this the one with the short?
Oh, hang on. We didn't say what the other ones did when you invert them. We've made the exact same mistake the ArenaNet people made.
Well, let's invert them then. and let's talk about it.
Treeform them.
No, we talked about some of them when you inverted.
Yeah, we did, but we forgot to. We kind of didn't do some of them. Let's see. The empowerment one that increases the heals.
Yeah.
So that's.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think that's that useful because it depends how dedicated a healer you'll be. I guess.
If you have healing power as a stat, you might want to use it.
Hmm. And the glyph of the tides, instead of knocking people away, it pulls them in. So that's the thing. Yeah, it is cool. So you can just you can negate yourself. You just use it and then switch and then pull them back again.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
or
perfect.
Pull them
usage.
in for an interrupt.
Exactly. For example, when they were channeling a hero, in Stronghold, just use that, pull them away.
And it's a water field.
Hmm.
This one's a water field.
Is it?
But the other one's
flip
not.
side.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Alright, now we can actually talk about Glyph of Unity. You tether yourself, and whenever you take damage, the foes also take damage. So that, you are kind of like a druid tank. A druid is the tank now. You just run in, use all your annoying glyphs, pop this, and they hit you and then they kill themselves.
Like, one of the things that is kind of starting to get to me a little bit. There is no reason why none of these can't be used underwater. It's like it makes absolutely no sense to me.
Well, they removed water from the game.
The water from the game. They're going to do like a reverse cataclysm when instead of flooding 1,000 years.
It's probably just extra programming they don't want to do.
Probably, yeah. Remember, Alex, these are not final. Okay, everything is a work in progress.
Lies. Everything is final. Everything is final, and if they change, they've lied to us.
Exactly. It's well said. Well said. Is this when they say that they were gonna, nerf Icepo and then they buffed it? That was just a lie. Although they did ruin. Well, Icepo is dead now, or maybe not. What do you think? Is it still you still use it for the Icepo 5? Yeah, I thought as much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you can literally permanently disable a boss with 3 elementalists. So why won't you use Icepo?
But
However,
maybe
we're getting more patch notes on Tuesday.
Yeah, if they just reduce the stun duration on Icepo 5 to 1 second, like make it an instant cast and a 1 second stun, cool. It's fixed.
I think the big thing, we're kind of getting a little off topic, but I think the big thing is not necessarily to kill Icepo. You still want it to be a reasonable choice or something that you would take. But
I agree.
You can't deny how bad it's been for so long. Yeah.
And it's not just that Icepo is broken. It's that Lightning Storm on Glyph of Storms on Lightning Hammer is broken. Does too much damage. Meteor Shower does a little bit too much damage. Having a fucking Earth Elemental take permanent aggro is a little bit too much.
Come on. I'm Elementalist. Don't do this.
I've got to say, I completely agree with you, man. Like, been running my Ellie through season 2, and I'm so bored. Like, I'm more bored than I am on Ranger. Just you pop an Icepo, everything's dead. Glyph of Storms and Meteor. Just like there's
honestly
no
people might take Lightning Hammer over Icepo now, just because Lightning Storm is going to be the new Ice Storm.
Yeah.
Honestly, like just pick up the Lightning Hammer, use number 4, and then drop it. That's it. Yeah.
That's how it always is, though. They just find the next thing that's slightly broken. That's
exactly right. Because there are several things on Elementalists that just do too much. And they fix one, and then they wait a long time. They fix another one. And, like, so far, only FGS and Icepo have been fixed. But that's not going to matter, because now it's going to be Lightning Hammer again. Lightning Hammer is going to be... It's coming back to when people first figured out about it, and Lightning Hammer is going to be the new thing. And after that's gone, then it's just going to be Camp Staff and Meteor Shower until people complain about Meteor Shower and Lava Font enough. And then, like, still all the while, we're going to be using Earth Elementals to just ignore boss mechanics. So there are several things that need to get fixed. Fixing Icepow is not going to just do it alone. But we'll get to that when we get to it.
Exactly.
Because it's going to happen.
But yes, Glyph of Unity. Yeah.
That segment brought to you by Icepow.
Yeah.
Now back to Druid.
Thanks,
Glyph
Iggs.
of Unity. It's got a super low cooldown.
Yeah. This is the kind of elite I like for that very reason. I like elites with short cooldowns. Yeah, there you go. That's my contribution. Back to you, Iggs.
Yeah.
Seems good.
Yeah, it's kind of a nice idea.
I think it's really good.
I really like when Unity is used in like an offensive term. Like Unity is thought to be like happy and peaceful, but I like it when people turn that word into mean. So I just like it for the name. Having short cooldowns is nice too on elites.
I guess it's pretty. I mean, in PvP, I guess this is pretty easy to play around, though. I mean, the druid comes in and maybe gets a few of you with this. You just don't attack them. And then, I don't know. It depends how defensive the druid will be. Because if they do a lot of damage, I guess it's pretty annoying. Then you just have to just run away from them. But if they're just lots of healing and stuff, I guess it's not that much of a problem.
I don't know. It's a pretty good safeguard for the druids, I think. If the enemy sees you pop this, and they've got the choice to make between whether or not they can soak up the damage that's going to be coming their way when they try and take you down. If they think it's worth it, trying to take the healer down when you've got this Glyph of Unity active.
Yeah.
If you see what I mean.
But I mean, is the healer going to be in right in the middle of everything though? Because the radius is not big; it's only 300.
Yeah. So you'd have to be kind of caught out of position or something if you were going to pop this.
Exactly. Or maybe it's good enough to just use it on a single person. Say, a thief jumps on you on something, and you just pop this, and then they're trying to take you out. You're still in the back line, or if people try and assassinate you, you just make them suicide with this, potentially.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Cade wants to know if we could tell him or them why Glyph of Unity is not just retaliation with a range and target limitations. I mean, not everything is meant to be a 1-to-1 ratio or better than its previous iteration. Retaliation is better. What do you want me to tell you?
Well, is it though?
Ways, anyway.
I don't think it is. I don't think it's strictly better, because whenever you take damage, it deals damage to everyone. If it's retaliation, it just goes back to the source.
Well, to one person, right? This affects all 5 targets. Well, as many targets as you have tethered.
And this is going to open up like using Rite of the Great Dwarf and then just nuking down a raid boss with its own damage.
Yeah.
That's going to be the meta.
If you can sustain that damage, because if you can sustain yourself, which Druid should be able to do, but
a Revenant and a Druid should be able to do that.
And I believe on the flip side, it's whenever you are healed.
It's like using Bide on a Swampert.
The other thing too is like retaliation is one of those things that are you really concerned with how many people are around you when you use retaliation? Maybe I'm being a super noob. But this one I definitely want to use when more people are around than just one person. If I have to use it with one person, then okay. But I would much rather there be 2 or 3 people around me, or bosses, or enemies, or whatever the case is.
Cynical Possum also raised a good point that you can remove retaliation.
Not with this.
Yeah. And Zoltra's got a good point, too. Like, retaliation reflects their own damage back, so they're probably taking way more damage from retaliation than you take from this, but this also hits, like we said, this also hits 5 targets. So, like, I know that they sound similar in what they're doing, but they do have subtle differences that make them different. Subtle differences that make them different. Yeah, that makes no sense. But they have there are subtle differences to them.
Okay. Well, that's all the glyphs. But
Well,
what about...
what's the flip side causes slow, which is amazing.
So,
wait, does it? I don't know.
It has, yeah, it does. It has it on the tooltip, and it was doing it to the golems.
Yeah, if you've got cripple, slow, and immobilize.
That is not the that's not the flip side of the glyph. That's the celestial avatar skills. That's the weapon skills.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, I'm looking at the wrong ones.
Yeah. What it actually does is it's the same but with healing on yourself, and you heal allies when you get healed because it's the inverse of the other thing. I mean, that's pretty powerful.
Yeah.
So then if you use the selfish glyph with that... Wait, no.
Exactly.
Wait, can you do that? I guess you can.
I don't... Maybe.
So you use the celestial avatar, you use that, and then you use the glyph, and then you swap back and use the selfish one. You just heal everyone for their entire health bar.
I assume that the cooldown persists through changing into tree form.
Yeah. So you can only
if it has
get
20-second cooldown,
yeah,
then you're not going to want to pop it right after you use it because you'll be on cooldown. Because it doesn't reset your cooldowns.
Not as ridiculous as...
That would be crazy.
Yeah.
If it reset your cooldowns? Jeez.
Okay. Of course, there is, the tree form, which has its own set of weapon skills, if you will.
Life Shroud.
Yeah, Life Tree Shroud.
Life Tree Shroud.
First of which is Cosmic Ray, which calls down energy in an area, 120 radius area, relatively small, I guess. Heals for 800, and it's an auto attack. That's quite a lot.
Yeah.
5 targets as well, and 1200 range. But yeah, you can you can be a long distance supporter of people. Yeah,
that's pretty good.
It is pretty good.
It'd be kind of dumb just to have essentially the same skill as the auto attack on as it was on without your celestial form.
Exactly.
Yeah, I like that. I don't like playing healing classes in games. I'd really try and stay away from them, but everything I'm reading about the Druid, it makes me want to give it a try.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, I think
I love Revenant. Revenant, I think, is the only thing I'm going to play, and that feels hard to say because I really love Reaper. I know. I know. I'll play Reaper sometimes, but I kind of want to give Druid a try too. I just don't want to get skill points again. Oh my god. Fuck. I'm tired of doing that. It is that bad. It is that bad. In fact, I gave up on it and I took the easier way out. I just made duplicates. So I made another Thief and another Mesmer, and I leveled them up to 80, and I didn't train anything. So now I have 398 hero points, and I'm hoping if everything goes according to plan, I'll be able just to unlock the elite specializations and then the other 2 specializations that I want.
What happens when you find out? What happens when you find out that you need to unlock all the other traits?
All the other ones first. Yeah, I'll be mad. Because
I see it happening.
It makes sense though, doesn't it? You've got to.
But 170.
I mean, if you look at like the precursor crafting,
I know.
If you look at the precursor crafting, they want you to go around like old Tyria and shit.
I know, but this is not precursors. This is just getting a specialization so I can fucking play the game. Precursor is something that's completely optional. This is less optional.
But it's
true.
It's an elite specialization, though. They've deliberately cordoned it off into Heart of Thorns and the subsequent elite specs into subsequent expansions. So, I mean, obviously, it's a bit of a marketing tool to try and get people to buy the expansions, but you've got the core class there, and this is kind of what I completely feel your pain because I'm in love with Glint. I'm in love with Glint Armor. I'm in love with the Herald as well. And knowing that I can't get that straight off if I insta 80 my Revenant, it infuriates me because I love it. But it makes sense to me if you know what I mean. You've got to to me, you've got to have the grasp on that core class before we can start pissing around with Chronomancy and Necrocopter and all the rest of it.
I have a grasp on 14 level 80s.
But yeah,
and I'm not gonna have 170 hero points on all of those. I feel like I almost feel like I'm being punished for playing the game a lot. And I know that's like that's the thing to say. That's the trend to follow because ArenaNet is punishing veteran players and all kinds of bullshit.
Let's get on that bandwagon.
It's just annoying. I just want to really, I don't know.
Chat seems to think that you do need all the other specializations before you can do the elite one.
I'm sure it's going to be that way. I got them all on my Necromancer. I got them on my Engineer. But I have the Daredevil and Chronomancer prepared and ready to go with new level 80s. And if that doesn't work, then I'll eventually get around to getting hero points. It won't be very fast. I'll do it eventually.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I understand completely what you mean. You've played the game, you know, we're thousands of hours into the game. You want to go right. Let's get our specializations.
8,000 hours into the game.
and then they go in there. It's like but we want you to do this first. We want you to do this first.
Anyway, Cosmic Ray. It's really fast as well. You can. It takes half a second to cast it, and you can just spam it and heal really, really fast on multiple people. So I guess stacking is still meta because you just stack up. Am I right? And then just have druids spam this on you.
Exactly. It'll be really good for fractals.
Collapse, and heal. Spread out.
And the next one is also similar to that because you summon a seed that heals and cleanses conditions. 2 conditions every 1 second in a 180 radius. This is, highly effective. I mean, that's a lot of cleanse if you can, especially if you can get more than one person with this.
Yeah. Trade-off is that it's short range, though, isn't it?
Small radius.
Small radius.
Yeah, small radius. Sorry.
Cosmic Ray has a small radius as well.
Yes. Yeah. So that's not range.
I mean, all this stuff kind of just terrifies me. I mean, how hard are these raids going to be? How much healing do ArenaNet think we're going to need?
We're going to get our asses kicked.
Pretty heavy duty.
I think we're just going to be able to berserker through it. Honestly.
No. Okay, I do want to ask you about this, Brazil. Do you think that ArenaNet are being ambitious when they say people are going to require healing to do literally require healing? Because I'm not so sure about that. I think they're being very ambitious when they say that. I don't think any of the encounters are going to require it. I think it'll just make the encounters a lot easier, and it will develop different strategies, which is how PvE is now. That's how it is now. People just don't ever look at it that way. People look at PvE right now as the only way to do it is by using Berserker's armor and stacking in corners. But you can play... I know I make jokes about this a lot, but you can play a cleric... You can play a tank, altruistic healing guardian and fractals right now, and you can do 50s in 30 minutes. Because there are people in my guild that do that. And it makes the content very easy. And you can play, Berserker, stack on all the bosses, whatever, exploit sometimes, and you can do Fractal 50 in 22 minutes or 25 minutes. It's slower, but there are other ways of completing content now. I just think that they're going to... Part of me thinks that they're going to put like a hard requirement, like this boss wants toughness, and if he doesn't get it, he just goes to the closest thing and just kills them. Like, he'll just step on the Reaper. And if there's not a Scrapper there to absorb damage and hold aggro on him while the Reaper stands behind him and does damage to him, like, I don't know. But, of course, the Reaper can obviously just dodge away from the step or however it's going to work. I don't fucking know. Exactly. I think it has to be unavoidable damage, right? Because you just block stuff, you dodge stuff, reflect stuff.
I don't think there's going to be. I don't think there's going to be unavoidable damage. I think there's going to be lots more damage happening, like faster. Like you look at Mossman's attacks. Mossman attacks at a decent pace, but you look at like the Berserker Abomination and a Raw Path 2. He hits really hard, but he never attacks. It's so slow, and you don't even have to dodge. You just have to walk behind him or through him. I don't think that's going to be happening. I think it's going to be like the tongue boss. He's going to like drum on the ground and make like a bunch of shockwaves, like fucking Bongo Bongo in Zelda. And it'll be stuff like that. But I don't know.
I think what they actually said was that you will need to do more than dodge and evade to not take damage.
Yeah.
And that, to me, that's not synonymous with unavoidable damage, because if they do that, it's just going to piss people off. It annoys people as it is with something fairly mundane like the Spider Queen or something. And if they start chucking, or that the Spider Queen projectiles can't be reflected anymore, and if you start chucking that in with brand new content and stuff that they say, right, we'll want to push your skills to the limit, but we're going to actively gimp some of these new skills that we've given you. It's completely counterproductive. There's no point in giving us a whole bunch of new stuff and they're just going, actually, it's not going to matter.
Yeah.
We will have to see.
Rex made a good point.
Wow.
If you're fighting a wyvern and it's breathing fire on you, and the fastest way to kill it is to just stand in the fire and just attack the thing instead of moving around, it might make sense to stand in the fire and attack the thing and take damage, but have a druid heal you so you don't die. Instead of, you could just have a full party of 10 people with only DPS gear, and whenever there's fire, you just run out of it.
Your DPS uptime will be low. Just so low that you won't get anything done.
Your DPS uptime will be less. So it could be a situation like that.
That's very interesting.
I think you're going to see a lot of mechanics as well where, let's say the flamethrower boss, where she just coats the entire field in front of her or whatever in fire. It's making that kind of, if you want, like you're saying, if you want to do DPS her, if you want to damage her, you're going to have to either be 1200 range, which is possible with many classes, or you're going to have to stand in it, or you're going to have to, find a way to get around it. And by standing in it, you're going to need heals, because you're not going to be able to sit in fire for any length of time.
Yeah.
All right. Shall we return to the Druid?
The what now?
Well, I'm being informed that I'm in D&T. So I have some wonderful new information about that too, but we'll just move on to Druid.
Yeah. We've got some even better news. 400 viewers. Wow.
Wow.
Hype.
Wow.
Hype levels.
Wow. I still haven't got that meme to come up when I press a button. Damn it.
I know, you need to do that.
Yeah, I do need to do that. But maybe this also deserves some hype. Lunar Impact. Call down a massive heal. 3,000. 3-second days. And it's a blast finisher. Only on a 5-second cooldown. This skill has everything. You can get 60% days uptime on people. On 5 people, potentially. Yeah, this is pretty powerful, actually. It's a lot of healing. And it's a blast finisher. So you put your water field, and you use this to blast it, and you heal for stupid amounts.
Except now this is a healing. This is a self cast though, isn't it? There's no range specification on there, so this is going to be on you,
right?
Yeah.
But still, that 3-second days and 3k healing.
Yeah. And this does kind of seem to me that they want the druid to kind of get among the enemy and cause havoc with all these abilities, as opposed to being at range, at least in some instances.
With your staff, staff's at range, but then they want you to be in the thick of it with some of these skills. It is a little odd, but it still works because the ranger
you have melee options as well.
Yeah.
Do you think this is how they're kind of skirting around the whole Trinity thing by breaking up the traditional front, mid, and back lines? But that you actually have to be mobile, completely mobile throughout your entire party to get the full amount of usage out of all your skills. Because even
the way I envision it, and maybe I'm wrong, obviously, but the way I envision it is the Druid. First of all, the Druid is a burst healer, so he's meant to stay at range, do little bits of healing here and there, and then when he needs to, he has the movement capabilities, if you take staff, obviously, to get into the thick of it, pop tree form, and then start laying down these heavy heals to get the group back to sustainable levels. He's not a sustain healer, he's a burst healer, so he needs to get over to a group or get to the area where the healing needs to be done, burst it, and then move on to the next area where burst healing is needed. Whereas you have Ventari, who is a sustain healer, where he can give little bits of healing throughout the group.
Guardian can put down the mace symbol and just sustain heal.
I think that's a really good way of doing it. You have healers, but you have different types of healers. Because the Trinity only becomes the Trinity as people commonly perceive
when there are
it.
Only 3 roles.
Exactly, yeah. When there's only 3 things you can do, and that's not the direction they're going in, which, is very pleasing to me. And also, we have an excellent, a very amusing combo in the chat where if you use Moment of Clarity to double the day's duration, you have a 6-second daze on a 5-second cooldown.
Yeah. I'm being also called out in chat. I think it's time.
What for?
So, once upon a time when I was in D&T, No Trigger had an interesting conversation with Colin Johansson on Reddit. And the D&T forums are not as secure as Nike thinks. So,
oh boy.
Here's screenshot number 1.
Oh no.
The original screenshot was deleted. But I can assure you that was...
Is this funny e-drama?
Yeah, it is. That's what I'm starting.
Perfect.
I just want to point out to anybody who hasn't seen me before, I have no idea what happens. He has
no part in this.
In terms of e-drama. Someone goes, "Oh, did you hear about this?" Or I say it to a mate of mine and said, "That happened 6 weeks ago."
So I posted some screenshots. You guys are free to look over them.
Yeah.
Maybe D&T is not beta testing raids.
Oh boy.
But
I don't know. I don't. Should I understand this? I don't really know what's going on here.
Nike in the second screenshot says that they might get beta access.
Oh boy.
And then in the third one, he's telling me that I should have Revenant Hammer for rating.
I can see a photo of Chris Pratt.
Yeah, that's all I'm getting here.
That one doesn't make as much sense anymore.
Oh, okay.
Because the original screenshot where Colin Johansson told No Trigger that they might be beta testing raids has been since removed. But that was literally Colin Johansson telling No Trigger that. And then, Nike can get salty again and miss his combustive shot. But I thought I'd post those. Anyways, let's continue on.
Okay.
That's some nice stuff in your bank, Brazil. That is that is my contribution to this. That's nice.
Nice stuff, and I guess I missed this. Nice stuff in the bank.
Yeah. I love all this drama.
Complete Revenant.
The Ascended stuff.
Yeah. Delicious. Yes, welcome to the stream. It is all about drama.
I'm a piece of shit to stir up the community.
Come on, this is not relevant. Let's just disconnect from this and go back to Druid, which is
the elite specialization for the best class in the game.
Well, I mean, don't know about best class in the game.
Well, let's.
Oh no, cards here as well. This is gonna get weird. Welcome to the Meme Lord 420 Club, boys.
Yeah.
You're off by an hour.
Duck Fruid start drama. No, Rex, come. Okay, right. Tidal Surge. Yes.
Tidal Surge. Gather tidal force to rapidly heal nearby allies.
And 5 pulses of 1,000. And it's a water field as well. To be fair, you do have to channel it, but it's a lot of healing, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. More drama. Yeah, well, you can engage in the drama. We'll talk about Druid. You can multitask. No, listen to Druid.
We'll talk about Druid.
Yeah.
That's fine.
This is... I'm actually not so sure how powerful this is. I guess if you can convince people to stay in the same place, it's very powerful. Oh my god, no.
I mean, you're slowing their... You're slowing the skills and you're crippling them, right? While this is happening. But... I mean, most players are going to get out of this easily. You're not going to be there when this ends to get immobilized most of the time, I would think.
We're talking about the previous... We're talking about the previous one.
Am I in the wrong one? Again?
Tidal Surge, it's another...
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm jumping ahead. Yeah. You know what? I don't even care about Tidal Surge. I'm on the next one.
To be fair, Natural Convergence is a more interesting one, I think.
Yeah, that's really nice.
No, I like Tidal Surge. It's looks good.
Yeah, I guess. Again, more burst healing, as you were saying, Inks. It's just you go into your celestial avatar and you massively heal people with this stuff, and then you do something else, whatever you.
I assume you can move around while this is happening, right?
Yeah,
you're not rooted.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and you become a mobile water field as well. So I mean,
in PvE. So in PvE, it's it's good.
Yeah, and just think about world versus world as well. You know, you have your druids. Just channel this, and you've got mobile water fields wherever you go. Actually, that makes it a lot better if you can move with it and you don't have to be static. Then,
well, if berserkers can get their mobile fire fields,
why not have a mobile
water field? Yeah,
to put out the mobile fire field.
Now that would be a really cool interaction. Yeah, that would be if you could put out fire fields.
So you could run through the fire that Crystal Reed made. Yeah.
We'll have our own Anixia video. Who the fuck? Which berserker ran into my water field?
Alright, let's move on to what Inks was talking about. Natural Convergence. You channel your celestial powers and cripple and slow people. And once that's over... they will be trapped in a black hole, immobilizing them. Yeah. And it does big damage as well. Look at that final damage, 1,800.
Nice.
Kablam! And of course the five stacks of immobilize as well. How annoying! And slow is very annoying as well. I think this is really good.
Slow is pretty strong.
Yeah. Slow and cripple.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going anywhere. But as you say, as you said before, this is going to be kind of like a zoning tool. There's not a lot of players that are going to get caught in this, I don't think. Otherwise, you're going to get really screwed.
Yep.
Yeah, the slow is very, very powerful. It's like, wow. Getting time warped in PvP when you're on the other team is not fun.
No.
And this is a time warp that also does damage.
Well, it doesn't give quickness.
Yeah. Maybe it should, though.
Maybe it should.
Yeah. Maybe it should give 25 stacks of might as well. Maybe you should just give every boon in the game for 5 minutes.
Yeah. Oh, no, wait. That's Herald. We've already got
that. Yeah.
Yeah, we do.
How foolish of me.
Herald is amazing.
It really is. Yeah.
So, is it just me, or is Natural Convergence the only purely offensive skill that the Druid has? Unless I've closed a window and I've missed something.
I think that would be correct. Yeah.
Oh, there's glyph of alignment as well.
Oh, summoning those vines.
Yeah.
No, that's because that removes conditions on the staff.
There certainly isn't a lot. So, like celestial form in general is basically tree. That's why we keep calling it tree form. It's basically healing form. You go in to do lots of burst healing, and then that's all it really does. You're not in the form to actually damage anything, really, or not much at the very least.
It's not even Glyph of Alignment, because Glyph of Alignment has its inverted form, which cleanses and stuff.
Like most of the glyphs do a decent amount of damage, but you're not going to be taking all the glyphs anyway. So there's two. Well, there's how many? There's 3 glyphs that do decent damage.
Yeah.
Alignment, quality, and tides.
Yeah,
they all do the same amount of damage.
Yeah, roughly 1,000. So yeah.
It's okay. It's some damage, so you're not totally a heal bot. And I mean, again, you're going to combine this with other traits, other utilities, to boost your damage and be more supportive for the group. So
yeah, you take some support and some damage, and
you take away break bars.
Oh yeah.
Immobilize, cripple, and slow, I think, and
they all
take away from the break bars. So you can hit it with the 6-second daze.
Yeah.
And then you can hit it with this. And you can take the break bar off. So it does
break bar specialist.
And that's, exactly. That's the control point of the Trinity. The Guild Wars Trinity, anyway, coming into play. Although actually, as I believe it was Deroya who said it's going to be more like a 5-pointed triangle now, because you've got some tanking and healing and actual healing as well.
Pentagon.
Yeah, a 5-pointed triangle.
A 5-pointed triangle.
The satanic pentagon.
Yeah.
Oh, I have a picture for that too.
Wait, do you?
What?
Yeah,
I have a satanic Brazil picture.
You tweeted this.
I've seen it.
It's very funny, actually.
Oh, let's see.
I made my own. I'll put this one in Twitch chat too.
Oh.
I'm sure this is how Nike sees me now. I'm wearing Corvus's shirt as well.
Yeah.
There it is.
The holy
it's in
Pentagon.
Twitch chat.
That's very good.
That's
listening
excellent.
to Corvus's music turns you into the devil.
Yeah, it does.
Do you know what's really weird? About 3 years before I met Corvus, I accidentally saw his band down the road.
I heard about that.
That's great.
Why is that not your YouTube thing, man?
Oh yeah, it could at least be. Yeah, it could be your Twitter icon as well.
Yeah, it could.
Yeah. Too spooky for me.
Brazil joined Nemesis in hell. Oh my gosh.
I'm looking forward to part 2. If you thought today was bad, oh man.
Oh boy.
Just wait for part 2.
I am looking forward to it. By the way, we're referring to Nemesis's video for everyone who is not up to date with the hilarious e-drama.
Yes.
Yeah. Nemesis makes videos.
Teapot loves the drama too much in the Dank memes.
Oh yeah.
Thrives on it.
Dank memes are just a way of life, Inks. I'm gonna convert you one day.
I'm gonna hold you back, man. I'm gonna keep you on the brink. Do you know, in the nicest possible way, I started watching Nemesis video and then I stopped giving a shit because it's like I don't have. I like playing games. I like the pretty colors.
Yeah.
This is the extent of my theory crafting. The prettier the colors, the better the class is.
More particle effects is better, right?
Yeah. That's it. You just want a particle effect slider that just ramps it up.
Just
can't go
doesn't
down
have an upper limit. No upper limit.
Yeah.
To be fair, we do need a particle effect slider. Please make that a thing.
That would be very helpful. Yeah. That would be nice.
Yeah.
So I could actually see what the hell the bosses are doing. That would be nice, thank you.
But maybe the bosses will just be so big, you wont need it. This is a great solution there. Just make the bosses huge.
You just look up and you can see all those phantasms dancing around their heads. 1,200
Yeah. Alright. That is all the...
We haven't talked about traits at all, have we?
THC 89, we do not... I don't think we know whether... Like, do we know if astral energy needs to be full to go into astral form?
I don't think it does. I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so either, but we don't know for sure. We don't actually know the rate. Do we know the rate of decay and the rate of regen on it? Because Some people may be able to extrapolate that information, but I didn't.
It's probably
didn't
just a
talk about
passive thing. It probably just builds up on its own in combat.
Yeah,
I don't really know.
Well,
though.
it's funny you should say that because we actually have the trait that gives the details on that now on the screen. You generate astral force by healing allies and damaging foes. You gain 2.5% per heal, and I can't actually read that, but
is
I
that
think
is that a quarter?
a quarter of a percent, or you reckon it's a half?
Quarter.
A quarter?
I think it's a quarter.
Yeah. It's a quarter.
Okay, but by doing damage. So obviously you're going to be wanting to get the heals off to charge up astral force. And actually, on the auto attack is going to be insane for generating this, right? Because you get three pulses of healing. So then if you get 2 people with that, you gain a massive amount of this astral force really quickly. So yeah,
5%.
Yeah.
There's the thing.
I'm just gonna stop talking because every time I make a point, the next point invalidates everything I just said.
Oh, does
Good.
it?
Good.
Learn your place, Inks.
So, for those of you watching this on Teapot's YouTube, you can leave your comments below on how much of an idiot I sound like, because apparently that's a thing that happens a lot.
Aww. Wait, what?
It's all good. It's all good. I've embraced the haters.
We'll see who's an idiot when who has the Pip-Boy Fallout 4 and who doesn't. Isn't that
Give
right?
me 5 Brazil if you got one as well.
Inks has one too. I got one for Inks.
That's the Brazil, yeah. I'm going to have my own Pip-Boy. I'm never going to take it off. I'm going to take a drill and screw it into my actual arm.
Wow, that's extreme.
It's extreme. Dedication.
I know I left a comment in one of your videos, Brazil, man. I was just having a look at it. I was like, yeah, there's no way I'm not having that.
Yeah.
Incredible.
It's good. It's good.
Well, that is, of course, the first minor trait. Here is the next one. Live vicariously. When you heal an ally, you are also healed. For 69.
Lol.
I mean, I guess it's good. It's nice.
Yeah. It's a little bit of a, gives you that extra bit of survivability, I guess.
Yeah. I don't have anything specific to say about this. It's just a nice little bonus you get for being a druid. Anyone have any specific comments towards live vicariously?
No.
Nope.
Okay. In that case,
69 Kappa.
Kappa, yeah. In that case, let us move on to Natural Mender. Wait, oh no. No, don't! Why would you delete... Don't delete these messages. Do not do that. Who did that?
Card, probably.
Oh.
He fixed it.
No, seriously. Did he ban him?
I think he did.
Don't do that, Card, please.
All it was a question mark. I don't...
Yeah.
Card, no. That's not good.
Just banning to ban?
Yeah, don't... Yeah. Come on, look. Thanks, Rex, for unbanning the... Look. Yeah. Please don't do that, Card. Don't silence people. That is not appropriate. Natural Mender. Increase outgoing healing whenever you heal another ally. So for 6 seconds, you get 2% more healing, up to 10 stacks for 20%. I mean, that's probably pretty easy to keep that up all the time as well.
Yeah.
With all the pulses you have and stuff.
To keep it rolling.
Yeah.
Right, just bear with me while I think this through. Is this a way to kind of not cap your healing capability exactly, but cap the rate at which you can build up your celestial form? So the more you pump it, just say, for example, if your team's at full health, right, you can't heal them for any more. But say if your celestial bar is only 50% full, and you want to try and build it up more. I mean, obviously, I think it's going to be a fairly unlikely situation that everyone's going to be at full health during a raid or whatever. But is there the potential there to actually have that as like a soft cap on your ability to fill your celestial bar?
I don't think so. I don't think the bar gives you 2% of how much healing you're doing. I think it fills the bar up by 2% each time you heal someone.
Yeah.
Right.
Kind of like how the death shot works. Like you get 2.5% or whatever life force. I think that's how it's going to work. I think the percentage talks about the bar. But this 2% healing effectiveness, outgoing healing effectiveness, this is like for what, that'll be 20%?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's pretty strong.
Indeed. And you can stack up loads of other multipliers, I guess. Is it Sigil of Benevolence that gives you more healing? I don't know.
I think so.
But I guess you probably wouldn't do that.
Brazil, please wiggle your legs. Okay, I am right now. Just so you know.
Gotta get that blood flow going.
Yeah.
Exactly. You don't want to get...
Yeah, Kuna's saying
don't...
Sigil of Benevolence to fill the green bar faster. Probably. Go buy your Benevolence up.
Yeah.
I don't have any stock in Benevolence. Actually, don't do that. I don't have any Benevolence yet. Wait until I get done with this.
Quick, just log on now and just stop buying stuff.
Okay, well, that is all of the minors. How about these mages? The first is Druidic Clarity. Becoming a celestial avatar removes all the conditions from you. Wow!
13
Wow!
conditions.
Wow!
That's ridiculous.
13 conditions removed. Conditions removed, 13. All of them.
Indeed.
How on earth are you still alive if you have 13 conditions on you?
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know.
It's
I don't
just,
know.
If you have
When-
Nomad's gear.
They wanted to just cover it all.
Maybe it's an emergency and you're at 50% health and you have to get back.
Pretty powerful.
Yeah.
I mean, you can do this quite a lot as well. So
Realistically, I see this being used a lot when you're trying to run away and you're crippled or chilled or something. Like in PvP, you're trying to escape from somewhere and people just like stack on 50 seconds of chill, like you're fighting a Reaper 1v1 for some reason. And then they're chilling you and you can't get away, and then you cleanse all their chill off and you just run. And then you staff 3 to get away after that. You turn into an astral wisp.
you're not going to wait until you have loads of conditions on you. You just use it to get rid of all of them. The 13 is kind of a... That's just how they've programmed it, really, isn't it? It's, yeah, that's just how they've chosen to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's have a look at this next one. Cultivated Synergy. Using a heal skill heals allies around you and your pet. So...
Bear medic. Bear medic.
I mean, when you use the glyph of rejuvenation, it just makes it even better. Yeah. I mean, so say you get that optimally off, you get another 5,000 healing out of it whenever you use the heal skill. Not bad.
Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, it's less selfish than...
And it's quite a bit of healing.
Yeah. It's a shame we don't know the scaling on any of these. I'd be interested to see if they're going to make healing power scaling worthwhile.
Yeah. That's true.
Cleric's Guardians are very mobile, says Card. Okay.
Primal Echoes.
This is the kind of obligatory staff skill recharge reducer. But you also daze when you swap to staff on an 8-second cooldown. Five people get dazed. And of course, this does mean...
Interrupt.
When you come out of your tree form.
You also daze people. And that's not bad at all. And it's 8-second cooldown on an AoE daze. That's pretty nice.
Pretty good.
Yeah. And obviously this is the more aggressive, I suppose, of the three you could pick here. And as Inks has said, you use this. They're trying to channel the hero.
I love the daze.
Shut him down. Yeah. How long does it take to channel a hero?
10 seconds.
10 seconds. So if you were using this correctly, no one could ever channel it as long as the druid is still alive.
Unless it's changed. I'm pretty sure it's 10 seconds. I think you can speed that up as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, the base is like 10 seconds.
Mod me so I can spam. No, we're not banning anyone. And we're not banning anyone who's not a spam bot, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's hard to compare. I guess you could compare the top two, but the Primal Echoes is for a different situation than the top two because it's more offensive.
Yeah. I mean, I like Primal Echoes, but I also really like Druidic Clarity. So that's a tough choice there for me. I mean, removing all the conditions, I also like removing conditions. So it's pretty good.
Man. I'm really gravitating towards Cultivated Synergy.
Yeah.
I think
for someone who doesn't give a shit about their pets, you're awful interested in caring about your pets.
Yeah, but it heals allies as well.
I know it heals allies. Yeah,
that's true. Because we play online, I suppose I have to care slightly more about the people I play with than my artificial pets.
You know, I guess it really does depend on like how much healing are you really going to be stacking up when you
definitely
come into it. If you're going full Druid or something, maybe this isn't as useful. Maybe, although on the other hand, this is like a heal you don't even need to. This is an extra heal on your heal you don't need to think about. So,
what is this image? Oh no, it's that one again. Okay. Okay. Should we talk about some master traits?
Yeah.
Celestial Shadow grants super speed and stealth to nearby allies when leaving Celestial Avatar form. 2 seconds of both, and for 5 targets. This is an interesting one.
There's a lot of emphasis on super speed.
Yeah, Scrapper and now this,
and Revenant too.
Yeah.
Sure.
I have this feeling like. Well, certainly that tongue boss, we know that you're going to need to... There's going to be a group that needs to stay behind to deal with him for a little bit, and then you're all going to need to run to that ledge and jump off. I have this feeling like you need super speed to close that gap. So... And we also know, if you look at the screenshots for the rating, there's that event where it looks like you're running away from the ghosts. Something tells me that having super speed in those situations is going to make that event or that escape like that much easier. So it's situational perhaps, but because they're giving it to so many different classes, it seems like one of those things that will be useful in like a raiding or maybe in a fractal situation.
Yeah.
That's a really interesting
Move
point.
faster. And does super speed make you go normal speed when in combat? Because I think combat is 50%.
I don't think it does.
I'm not sure.
It may not be, but I know that super speed and swiftness outside of combat do the same thing. I don't know though. I don't know those mechanics.
I'm not sure off the top of my head, I'm afraid.
Boots would know. This was something.
Yeah, he would definitely know. But chat will know as well. Don't worry.
Yeah.
It's the same as swiftness out of combat. There you go.
Okay.
Damn,
okay,
that's very fast then.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Yeah. So maybe then the raids, it is going to be like Inks was saying that.
To get out of the fire faster.
And with this one as well, because it puts you in stealth for 2 seconds, doesn't that remove you from the combat then as well?
No.
It doesn't take you out of combat.
You can keep yourself from getting in combat because, like, if you're stealthing to get somewhere, you can just go into the form and then toggle it off really fast and give everybody like enough stealth to get past like this patrolling mob and get past.
You can tell I don't play classes that stealth very often.
Yeah.
In a lot of other MMOs, it removes you from combat. Guild Wars 2, I guess that's not the case.
No, not quite.
But still, super speed is at a combat swiftness, which is still pretty damn good.
Still pretty useful.
Yeah. Maybe there's going to be a lot of areas that you're going to need to be constantly avoiding, or the raids apply lots of cripple and stuff like that, and you need to have a lot of super speed to be able to avoid stuff, otherwise you just die and get wrecked.
Thank you, Bovin, for letting 11 to 12 seconds of stealth to get out of combat when hostile targets are near you. Okay.
Okay. How about this next one, though? Verdant Etching, which reduces the recharge on glyphs, and activating a glyph deploys the Celestial Avatar 2, which heals for 500 and cleanses 2 conditions. Pretty powerful. I mean, the glyphs don't have long cooldowns that you can get, and there is no internal cooldown on this. It's just a lot more healing. And I guess because it heals multiple people, you can use this to very quickly charge up the Celestial Avatar as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, and you can take this with, like, by taking this makes you want to take Cultivated Synergy even more, because it's more ways to remove conditions. You don't have to think. At least in my mind, I don't care so much about Druidic Clarity if I'm taking Cultivated Synergy and this together, because I can rely on this with other glyphs to remove my to remove my conditions.
I'm sorry, Inks, but this
it's all good.
Let's start a Kickstarter. He can see me, can't he? It's like, surely if anyone's in need of a fucking haircut.
Yeah, it's Inks and I. We have facial hair.
That's true. You have fabulous beards, marvelous beards.
Fabulous.
Yeah,
I'm very jealous.
Exactly.
Actually.
Just don't shave.
You have
Mine looks like yours whenever I shave.
Do you think I would have any viewers if I didn't have your beards on this stream? It'd be no viewers. 6 viewers, if that.
6 maybe.
And maybe 5 of them will be bots as well. It would just be nothing.
Oh, fuck it now.
Oh, now we're really firing some shots.
Yep. Let's build a wall of Kaffers.
I wonder how high I could increase the KPM today. I'm not gonna try it. I'll break the bot.
No, I fixed the bot so it doesn't break.
It doesn't. All right, you guys continue.
What the heck? Dantain evicted. What the,
Did he?
What does he
No, that doesn't sound likely. I mean, I just think he doesn't really do anything anymore. Not feeling
was streaming.
Oh, really? What?
I don't know. Like, I don't follow Dante.
Yeah.
Don't hate me, but I don't follow Get Crit too much.
Welcome to the Meme Lord 420 Club.
I used to watch Dantain a lot when he was still doing YouTube, but because of his contract and stuff and all that crap that happened with that, which sucks for him, I just haven't really been following him.
Alright, but look at this one. Natural Stride reduces the duration of movement impairing conditions, and your movement speed is increased as long as you don't have any of these.
This is one that a lot of people are losing their shit over, because as long as you don't have any, it's kind of as long as you don't have any movement impairing conditions, you have a permanent 33% speed increase.
Right. As long as you're not immobilized and can't move anyway, you move 33% faster.
33% is too high. I think it needs to be
25.
25.
Yeah. Gonna be very sticky as a druid. I guess.
What is the? I mean, doesn't Revenant pulse out? Not pulse out, but doesn't Revenant put on 33%?
Swiftness. It puts on permanent swiftness.
Oh, okay.
Which is different because then you don't like. Even Revenant, where you can keep that up permanently, you still don't gain energy, so you're still limited on what you can do to a degree.
And I don't have it in front of me, but what's Chronomancer's? Because Chronomancer traits
25.
25. Well, so then why is it 33? I guess because it's not necessarily permanent.
Yeah, it doesn't have to. I mean, symmetry isn't necessary anyway across all the professions.
True.
I mean,
that's true.
But I agree with Brazil. It's kind of daft to say unless you have a movement impairing condition, you're not getting the swiftness. You're not getting the movement speed increase. It's as much as I like it. Like 33%, it's too high. It should be 25%, like the signet of the thingamabob. I should know this, shouldn't I? The signet of the foot, because I can't remember the name.
Oh yeah, I know the one you're talking about.
Hunts, yeah.
Oh, Brazil's ranger knowledge kicking in.
Ranger since 2012, ladies and gentlemen.
I have not been. I only have like 800 hours on my ranger.
I'm just terrible at remembering names, is what it comes down to for me.
The foot one.
The foot one, yeah, exactly.
Then there's the bear claw one.
The foot. Yeah.
The bear claw of the wild.
And then there's the circly one, the one that looks like loads of circles.
Stone.
Yeah, that's a good one. Okay. I'm not sure this is too strong, really. I mean,
I mean, it's certainly fun if you're
It'd be
map
good
completing.
for map completion to get your hero points so you can play Druid.
But no, you
Yes.
can't. You can't because you have to unlock everything first before you can get
Oh
Druid.
yeah, that's right.
Been counted.
Just generally getting around. This is something I would pop on for open world nonsense, and
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
But I think every other class's speed boost is 25 minutes. So Ellie's air thing is 25. The oh no, wait, Speedy Kit's is that's swiftness though, isn't it? So that's 33.
Yeah.
And fast hands, that's 25, isn't it as well? Is it?
Warrior sprint.
That's the one, yeah.
Yeah, it's 25% while your will. Yeah.
Why are you guys? Why are you timing out Pernix?
Yeah. Come
Stop.
on. Who
Come
did
on.
that? Oh my
I don't know
God.
who did it, but
Probably
stop.
Card.
I mean,
Wait.
you didn't say
Moderina.
anything wrong. They
Yeah,
should have added more
okay.
tracing skills involving your pet. What the heck? Come on,
God,
man.
I don't want to unmod you, bro. But please calm down. They do not deserve to be timed out. All right. I'm sorry. Very sorry, Pernix. I apologize on behalf of my foul Moderinos.
Almost 500 views. I thought nobody watched this. People are hyped about Druid, I guess.
Yeah.
You know, Druid is one of these things where people are very up in the air. I've seen equal amount of I love this. I can't wait to be super Healy, and I've seen equal amounts of like Druid is absolute shit. It doesn't have any place anywhere in the game, which I don't think is true, by the way. But
I think people are excited about it because it has the design of the Druid has a lot of implications for how raids are going to be, and the challenging group content, and stuff they're going to be working on down the line, as well. I think. Yeah.
Oh, I apologize. Alpha corrected me. Everybody's here for the drama.
Yeah.
Right.
So there's 450 people here for drama, 4 people here for Druid. All right.
The dank memes.
Moving on to...
How many people are here for Yu-Gi-Oh, though?
Oh!
I don't think your opponent is here again.
No, he never sent me a message on Twitch either. He said he would message me his TeamSpeak information, and I haven't even seen him today, and I didn't get a message.
Oh.
Someone's scared.
Yeah, they're scared of your amazing skills. I would be. Then again, I don't play, so I should be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, Grace of the Land. While you are a Celestial Avatar, your allies gain reduced incoming condition damage, which is a third off.
So I love that we've raised condition damage, or we raised the amount of conditions that you can stack now, and there's all this reduced condition damage across multiple of these elite specializations.
Exactly. Wait, what's the other one? I know what you're referring to. Who has that? Who has the ability that
Scrapper?
Yes.
Which is I guess it's also interesting that these are made by the same developer, basically. The same dev.
Yeah.
Worked on both of these. Not alone, mind you, but, So reduce that condition damage that you can now stack up even higher.
Yeah. I guess it's just they want to add counters to a certain degree. They don't want to just make it
run
rampant.
I'm just saying I think it's interesting. Not that it's a bad thing. Don't misinterpret, but I just think it's interesting that they've raised the cap because they wanted to make conditions more viable. It needed it, right? But now for a lot of these elite specializations, they're like, well, we need a way to deal with all this extra condition damage that's being dealt out. So remove 13 conditions, minus 33% incoming condition damage, all these other kinds of things.
No. Stop that. Card, please, no.
For raids and stuff, I absolutely love this one. While you're in tree form, minus 33% incoming condition damage for your, for 5 allies, right? For 5 targets. Centered around you, 300 radius. Not bad.
No, not at all.
Oh, Base Farmer is telling me he messaged me on Twitch twice.
Yeah. On a different account, though.
Was it on a different account? Because I have no messages in my inbox.
He says it was from a different account. Yeah.
I'm checking my inbox right now. I have no new messages.
Rip. Yeah, and actually that does strike me as odd.
Oh, he did! He did! It's an other. What the fuck?
You know what, that's been getting me for weeks, man. Well, I did a giveaway.
It's not in my inbox, it's in other.
Yeah,
Oh,
I don't know why it
Jesus.
shows up there, but it does. I had that problem as well when I did a giveaway. I said people messaged me, and then I go to my inbox like, well, nobody messaged me. What the hell? And it's all in other for some reason.
Yeah.
And when it goes
I
into
didn't
other,
think
it doesn't
to check
send you
there.
a notification.
Yeah, it doesn't send a notification.
No.
This
Anyway.
trait does strike me as a little odd, as you were saying, Inks, because, well, especially because the Druid has mass condition removal anyway. I mean, I guess it's reduced damage, so I don't know. I don't know why you would take this. I don't think I would take this if I was
No?
playing a Druid. No,
I'm not.
I don't know. I
loving it.
think if you think of a situation, again, like a lot of the things I'm talking about, I'm thinking about raiding in general, right? But if you think of the situation like Brazil was saying, where a boss lays down the flamethrower boss, for example, who holds the flamethrower like a rifle. Let's not even get into that. But if the flamethrower boss lays down this fire everywhere, yeah, she's holding it like this. If she lays fire down everywhere, this could be a way, like, you can pop into tree form while everybody's trying to escape, and 5 allies around you are not taking so much damage while you're healing and getting out of the fire. It's a cushion. It's like a safety cushion, a little bit, I feel like. Super good players, or I guess just general good players, may not even need this. They won't find a real use for it, but like I said, it gives a safety cushion for those of us who are less good about getting out of standing in the fire.
But would you take this over Verdant Etching or Natural Stride? I'm not sure I would.
Well, no, this is a Grandmaster.
This is
Is
Grandmaster.
it? Oh god, what a miserable
Yeah.
failure. Never mind. Oh, of course it is.
But the weird thing is, Cosmic Wisp is kind of the
in
the
World
same
vs.
idea
World.
as.
I think in World vs. World this has merit as well, right? So
Yeah, but there's only 5 though. Only 5 targets.
yeah, but
You need multiple druids.
They said they were going to make this do armor too, or
Really?
direct damage.
Ooh,
I'm
that
pretty
is
sure.
actually that changes everything.
It does.
How much? 33%. Oh my god. Wow. Okay, I take it back. This is amazing. So and that would stack with protection as well, right?
Yes.
Ah. Feel the power.
There needs to be a protection for condition damage.
Well, this kind of is.
No, like an actual boon.
Oh, like a boon. Okay.
Yeah. Or just make protection also apply to condition damage.
They should change. They should make that protection for condition damage is resistance, and then create a new one called immunity, which is what resistance is now.
yeah.
Right?
Wow.
Why is that necessary though? Can you expand on that?
I don't know. It
You
just
don't know?
seems kind of weird that there's one but not the other. And now we're getting traits to do both and other things that do both, like adaptive armor. Adaptive armor is both.
Yeah.
It's direct damage and condition damage. And this is just one that I think they're changing to 2. But there's protection, which is just 33% damage and not condition damage.
All right. Let's see what Grace of the Land is up against. Lingering Light, which is healing an ally, creates a wisp that orbits you and heals allies it touches. Which is kind of like it's a bit like the Staff 2, isn't it?
That is the
Yeah.
stat too, isn't it?
Yeah.
But it goes on a target.
Yeah.
Yeah. It orbits
This
you
one-
and
It
goes
orbits
around.
you.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I guess.
It has a 6-second cooldown,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and whenever you heal a target, procs it. So I don't think that's bad.
So it'll proc all the
It
time,
means it's-
basically. Every 6 seconds you'll be
Yeah.
procking this,
Yeah.
basically. It's
So-
No, resistance. We already mentioned this, but resistance makes you immune to conditions. It's not a reduction, and
yeah.
very few things give it. Protection is more common.
turns them off. Resistance turns them off for however long resistance is up. And then they turn back on.
So, I guess you can get a lot of healing out of this if you're hitting multiple people with it. So, it doesn't have a target limit, so I guess in World vs. World, this is pretty insane, right? If you're all stacked up,
there
running around as a group.
Might be a target limit.
Here we go. It says this. Oh no! It says this skill cannot heal the same ally more than once. But no target limit.
So say if you heal 5 people, you get 1,500 healing every 6 seconds. So I think you're going to need more than 5 people to make this worth it.
Yeah.
So maybe 10 people. Is 10 people good enough? 3,200. Yeah, 3 healing every 6 seconds.
Besides World vs. World, where are you going to hit 10 people with this?
Well, maybe raids.
I mean, maybe. I don't know. I have my doubts. It seems okay, but I don't know.
Yeah, I think I have a certain level of ambivalence towards this one. Okay, what about Ancient Seeds? Striking a stunned, dazed, knocked down, or launched foe summons roots to entangle them. Of course, this is pretty much the only aggressive, one of the only aggressive things the Druid has. And it's a good one as well. 5 mini immobilizers and 5 bleeds. Highly annoying, I would say. And seeing as the amount of days that the Druid has as well, it'll be pretty easy to get this off every 10 seconds.
Yeah. I mean, well, if you couple that with we've got Primal Echoes, which gives you the days across 5 targets whenever you swap. I've closed that bugger, but sorry, I had a whole bunch of stuff up on the screen to. But yeah, that could be. Like when I first looked at that, I thought it's kind of situational, not too bothered. But now you've said that. As long as you keep those dazes up, that could be pretty damn annoying to be on the receiving end of that.
What do you think? Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
I was just going to say we've got 5 stacks of bleed on there as well, which is pretty handy.
Yeah, it's decent. Yeah. Decent damage as well.
Decent.
Is it? What?
Maybe. I don't. Compared to the other 2, I mean, it does a completely different thing than the other 2. So I guess it depends on whether you want to reduce your incoming condition damage, whether you want more healing on an already super healing class,
or if you want to take off break bars.
Or if you want to take off break bars.
Because you daze something and then you do this, and it goes.
I mean, this class does have days for days, so.
Confirmed
here.
So it won't be hard, like you said, it won't be hard to get Ancient Seeds working every 10 seconds, but yeah.
It's very difficult to compare things because they are different, as you say, I think. And I don't know, we've talked about this a little bit before, but it's that's kind of how they're going with some of these specializations. They're trying to make the choices blurrier between the 3 when you have to pick one. They make them They make them do different things, so you have to consider the situations rather than just better numbers.
And the way that they're arranging these traits too, and you can mix and match them any way you want, but each line does a particular thing. So the top line is all about around your celestial avatar, doing things coming in and out of it. The middle line is all about healing, different ways of healing or boosting your healing, and then the bottom line is about daze and immobilize and movement impairing and boosting skills.
Any thoughts, Brazil? Or are you just enjoying the dank memes and the e-drama over there?
Enjoying the dank memes that are happening in the background of your stream right now.
Boy. The Twitch chat's going to be really funny to watch on the VOD, isn't it? It's going to be there's 2 different things happening here.
There's the conversation that should be happening, and then there's what everybody else wants to talk about.
Oh boy. Anyone else see the synergy between Druid and Scrapper?
I thought you were gonna say the synergy between Norns and Fractal Tonics.
What?
What do you mean? What? You're logged into the game. How can it's right in front of you?
Oh wow! Oh, I didn't see that. That is amazing.
Oh my gosh!
Wow, that is excellent. I'm not paying attention here. That's well played by whoever's doing that. I think those are the guys from King. I'm not sure because they've done this before. Not sure. I think it is. Yes, well played. That actually takes us to the end of the Druid.
Oh, finally! Now I can eat lunch.
Yeah. Well, I mean, do you not want to talk about a little bit about the balance changes that have happened?
Yeah, we can talk about that.
Yeah. Just a brief.
I'm really
overview.
Excited about Necromancer.
The Scepter, especially.
Yes, and Corrosive Poison Cloud. Corrosive Poison Cloud now destroys projectiles, and it's an 8-second duration. So I don't know. I kind of want to play condition damage Necromancer now. I might switch from power to Condi. I'm very strongly considering it. Very strongly considering switching from power to Condi. But I don't know if I am yet. We'll have to see. For Reaper, I'm definitely going to probably play power, so I don't think it makes sense for me to switch everything. And I'm not making another set of Ascended Light Armor. That's not going to happen.
Well, because of the cloth, the damask, or what?
It's too expensive, and I only have like 40 gold. But at the same time, I've been giving very strong consideration to Hybrid Reaper, and I would want Sinister Armor for that too, because I think Hybrid Reaper is going to be very good. So, I don't know.
Not that this really affects too much, I guess, but what do you think about the Axe skills, Rending Claws, and Ghastly Claws going 900 now?
I don't think it matters.
No.
I think the Scepter buff
nice.
is massive, though. It's really good.
Well, we know that these aren't all the notes. What else do you think they're going to change on Necro?
I don't know. I don't know that they'll do much else to it.
Do you think they're going to manipulate some of the utilities to give them more utility, like they've done with the Corrosive Poison Cloud?
They could in the future. Like, I would have thought that Spectral Wall would have gotten that over Corrosive Poison Cloud. Right. Because that would make a little bit more sense. But Corrosive Poison Cloud is more like feedback. It's a circle. So I think that makes it pretty good. And it does poison, and you weaken yourself. So I'm wondering, do you take consume conditions now? But I don't know. I'll have to figure things out.
But is there anything specific you think needs to be done?
Spectral Wall could reflect.
Oh yeah. Oh well. Then, could that be a trait? As instead, you have to trade for it.
It could go with Spectral Mastery.
Yeah. That would be interesting, actually, to maybe add a bonus effect to each of the spectrals with the Spectral Mastery.
I'm not unhappy with Necromancer. I think the only thing that there's really room to do, if they do anything, is make Vital Persistence baseline. But I think that makes Death Shroud way too good on all of the builds that don't use it already. But I think it would make sense to have that baseline too, because it's kind of limiting, not very limiting for like Reaper builds specifically.
What if you nerfed it a bit and then made it baseline? Say 25% as opposed to 50%, and then just made it baseline. Or would that be too much?
I think that would be fair. Because it's not terribly hard to build up Life Force with like a dagger or a staff, or even in Reaper, just auto-attacking. It's not... You can do it. It requires more management and a little bit more skill. You have to actually dodge and make sure that you're not going to just lose a big pool of it, but you can use it for that to absorb damage if you need to. So, I don't know. I think that's the only thing I would change about it, but I don't think it would be fair just to make that baseline. I think it would have to be changed, kind of like you said.
Okay. Should we talk about the stuff that's happening to Ranger so far? Seeing as that is rather the topic. Yeah.
Nobody cares about Ranger.
Oh, but no, this one is very very interesting to me. The change to most dangerous game. This seems pretty strong.
Really?
Yeah, you get basically 15 stacks of might whenever you're under 50% health.
50% health. Yeah.
It's not bad.
Like, it's...
Yeah.
Why are you skeptical, Inks? Educate us.
I'm not going to take it.
Oh, okay.
I mean, don't get me wrong. That makes it much better than it currently is. But what's the other one that's in that line?
Is it the one where you activate signets and you gain might?
No, it's for your longbow. I have to look it up.
Lead the wind.
Lead the wind. I still take lead the wind.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe the math wizards will prove me wrong, but my gut instinct is to still stick with lead the wind rather than take most dangerous game. I don't know.
Okay.
I'll test it. I'll test it and I'll see, and if it's better, then I'll switch. If not, then I don't.
We're being told wrong trait line.
Am I still being told wrong trait line?
Yeah.
Inks is wrong again. What a surprise.
Yeah, what a surprise. The quick draw?
I can't remember my range.
I guess it would...
What's
would
the
it
other
be
one?
marksmanship then?
It's skirmishing, so
Skirmishing.
Yeah, it's light on your feet.
Yeah.
It's short bow, and it's light on your feet and quick draw it's competing with.
Yeah, that's what we said. Quick draw, right?
Yeah, he said quick draw.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I heard him say that.
But we said lead the wind first. Maybe we
we
corrected
said lead
ourselves.
the wind. Okay.
Did we correct ourselves?
Teapot misled me.
Well, you said longbow, so I said yes, lead the wind, because that's the longbow one.
Is it actually lead the wind or is it read the wind?
It's lead the wind for longbow.
It's lead the wind. There was one that used to be read the wind.
Read the wind.
They condensed in when they did the specialization change. I don't. One of the ones that I quite like. It's a nice little quality of life change that they do the boon swap between your pet
on Healers 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because even though I know most people would probably appreciate me running Healing Spring, I still like Healers 1, even though it's like your base default skill. It's a bit selfish, but it's so useful. And
I don't think I ever use it.
I use it a lot.
No. I either use Troll Ungent or I use Healing Spring.
Okay. And I guess the last thing for Ranger is the spirits. The Frost Spirit is better, and the Storm Spirit is better, and the Water Spirit is better, if I recall correctly.
Right?
Yeah, all of them except the Fiery one and the
Sun Spirit
and the Earth one, the Stone Spirit or whatever.
No, we only have 4, don't we?
You have the Water Spirit, the Sun Spirit, the Frost Spirit, the Stone Spirit.
Yeah.
Is it not the Stone Spirit? And then the
Stone.
Yeah.
That's really embarrassing. I don't know that.
It's Frost, Stone, Sun, and Storm.
Yeah, and then you have the Elite as well.
And the Elite, yeah.
Oh, the Healing Spirit, yeah.
So they're better. You get 3 stacks of might every 3 seconds, and the regeneration is constant and the swiftness is
of
constant.
course. Yeah. What a fucking moron.
You guys really know Ranger, Kappa.
I'm not going to lie. Without the traits sitting right in front of me,
Yeah.
I don't have them memorized. Sorry, guys. If that makes you angry, then I don't know what to tell you. I don't have them memorized.
I guess we should...
Yeah, you should.
I should, but I don't.
Now, I think we should probably briefly talk about the Dagger Elementalist. I mean, Icebow is wrecked, kind of, a little bit. But I actually think... I was expecting way worse for the Elementalist, for the Dagger. I thought they've got off pretty... Well, me included in that. I like pressing loads of buttons and just winning for no skill.
So it's actually not just me, because I went into PvP with a Dagger Elementalist, and I suck at PvP. and
just wreck people.
Yeah, I ended up winning a bunch. So I thought maybe I'm not as bad as this as I thought. And then I went in with another class and got my ass handed to me. But that's not terrible.
No, I mean, there's a nice buff with the glyph of the greater elementals. It's 90 seconds now, which I guess is okay. Maybe people will still run Fiery Greatsword for mobility. Maybe they won't. I don't know. I like the elemental, especially the water one. It gives a really big heal when you use its special ability. And actually, I guess you can get a lot off with Rune of the Crate as well, if you did that, because it has a really short cooldown on the elite.
What does the water elemental even look like?
It's the icy guy.
Ice. He's the ice.
Oh,
ice
right,
golem, ice elemental.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck is a water elemental?
I played too much WoW. I'm sorry, way too much WoW.
Yeah.
Well, there's a slight reduction on the burning on Drake's Breath, half a second. I mean, not that much of a big deal, really. This one actually stings for me a little bit. Burning Fire it no longer gives might when you use a cantrip, and that really sucks. But yeah. I think that's probably fair. Using a cantrip is just really, really good, and that trait was already decent as well. You get a free cleansing fire whenever you get 3 conditions on you. It's fair. And blinding ashes again. This trait is just it's so annoying. 5 seconds to 8 seconds on the blind, which again is pretty fair.
Yeah, considering that it's what a 4-second blind anyway. Having a second spare and then to reuse it, that's a pretty small window.
Yeah. And there's also some things that are a little bit better. I don't know, Ring of Fire. I'm not sure how I feel about this. You now get 2 stacks of burning for free. Yeah, but when you cross over it, it's way worse.
When the enemy
1 stack for 2 seconds.
It's 3 stacks for 5.
I'm not so sure about that. Is it better or worse? Help me out. Help me out, guys.
The Ring of Fire?
Yeah.
I think it's worse.
You think it's worse?
Just like whoever that PvP guy was said he could use it against necromancers now. I don't know if you guys knew this or not, but this was something I learned playing with Noodle. You could play a necromancer and you could run across the fire field over and over and get more and more burns on yourself and then transfer it. So you could send like 13 stacks of burning with the elementalist condition damage and just like kill them with it.
And also, the scepter is a bit better as well, isn't it? Yeah, Dragon's Tooth is ground targetable. I kind of think that have always been that way. Dragon's Tooth is a really annoying skill to land.
Yeah. And they also said that Elementalist Scepters, there was going to be more changes and buffs in general to the Elementalist Scepter, so we haven't seen all those just yet.
Yeah.
I know who Phantaram is, but Ostrich Eggs is the only PvPer that matters, and everyone knows that. I have to say, because people are giving me grief over PvP guy.
And the last thing for the Elementalist is the fact that the what is it called? Vigorous Renewal or something? I can't even remember. The Vigor trait that you get in Arcane, it's a minor. You get Vigor whenever you crit. It's now the same as the other ones. It's 10-second recharge. Bible Thump. I'm sad. This was such a good trait. I was so happy when everyone else's got nerfed, but mine was still the same. No, is it fair? Well, you know what? I guess actually with the elemental contingency and all the cantrips you have, you can already get a lot of vigor. So I begrudgingly say this is quite fair as well.
The nerf hammer comes to us all, man.
Yeah.
I'm definitely interested to see what all of the changes are going to be. Seems like there's going to be a lot. Seems like there's going to be a lot of changes come Tuesday.
Yeah.
Should be fun.
Are there any other particularly important balance changes you guys want to talk about? Is there anything specific?
Oh, Phil Marath's recharge has gone up 15 seconds.
But that was very... Yeah, it is fair. That's a great...
needed.
Yeah, it's very, very powerful. Oh, we should... prismatic understanding, yes. Haha.
Increased stealth duration long is 200, only 50%.
Yeah, it's not as good as it used to be. Well, as it is now, anyway. The stealth duration increase has been halved. Mesmers are less annoying, which is good, because Mesmers are really annoying. Anyone have it? What do you think, Brazil? You don't like prismatic understanding Mesmers?
I hate fighting Mesmers.
I guess you play as a Necro as well, so it's even worse.
It's very hard. They basically get a free kill on me.
Okay. Anything else to talk about, Brazil, in terms of balance? What do you think? I guess pistol is better.
I don't have anything else to mention. Pistol's better.
Oh, yeah, the warrior last stand, actually.
Mace pistol is really good.
Is that the one where you load the mace?
Load it in there.
Yeah. Alex doesn't know this.
Yeah, I apologize.
We were speculating a long time ago that Thief would get main hand mace, and you could take it with offhand pistol. You could put the mace into the pistol and shoot it out.
Yep.
So
why is that not a thing?
Yeah, I don't know. It's really good.
Yeah. The
Negro Axe is the best DPS now.
Ooh.
No, it's not.
Don't know about that.
Scepter is gonna be.
You think?
Definitely Scepter.
Yeah.
Scepter will be the best. I'm not gonna play it though, because I like
play
Power.
Reaper. Yeah.
I want Power Reaper. Hybrid
Guardian
Reaper will
shield
be
buff.
good though.
The shield is hype. Might be
Yes,
real.
Guardian Shield. Actually, that's a good point. I bought a Chaos Shield yesterday. Everyone else should do the same before they go way up. But yeah, Shield on Guardian is going to replace Focus for situations like Fractals. I think because the cooldown is shorter, there's a little bit of a cast on Shield 4, but it makes sense. And you have a Defiant removal that you didn't have before, so I think it's good.
If that ends up actually being true, that would make me extremely happy, because Shield is basically...
It's worthless in PvE.
Yeah, in PvE it's never used. It hasn't.
It's a shame because
really
I made the legendary.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh, it's such a good one.
Legendary
though,
on a Guardian is amazing looking, and it's like...
It really
and then
is.
when I started asking somebody about how to play Guardian, they were like, no, it's shit. Just...
Yeah. There's something that's interesting is that the warrior, the free balance stance you get is now exactly that. It's a second balance stance you have on cooldown. It's 90 seconds down to 40, which makes it pretty good, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, that is literally just a second balance stance. It has the same cooldown as the actual skill. So that's pretty powerful. Oh, is something happening in chat that is amusing you, Brazil?
I was about to get mad again, but then I realized I was just being trolled and it didn't work.
No, come on. You need to let it
Moxling
out.
said, "What do you think? What do you think about the lingering curses nerf?" And I got into a very long conversation in guild chat the other day with someone who was complaining about Scepter being nerfed on Necromancer, and I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" And so they just didn't want to yield. Scepter actually got buffed really hard. And I read that, and it like brought back memories of guild chat, but I think that's just trolling.
The flamethrowers one skill damage is being increased. It doesn't say, but I don't think it says by how much. But
I'm gonna
considering
play
that people are, considering that like the engineered juggernaut build with Scrapper is probably going to be a thing.
Very likely. Good. It is. Oh yeah, they fixed Rune of Vampirism.
Yeah.
So that's fun.
Yeah, that'll make tournament players happy because they were banned from using it for a while now. So they'll be able to use it again if they want to. There was a question earlier about what we thought about which armor set Druids might be using in Heart of Thorns. I guess whether it's zealots or clerics or
zealots or nomads.
Nomads.
Yeah, I think those are gonna. I think clerics will be fine. I didn't. Did lingering curses? Was it 100%? I thought it was 33%.
Oh wait, no, it was.
I'm pretty sure it's 33%. I'll go look on.
I think it. Yeah, I didn't think it was 100%.
I don't think it's 100%. I think it's 33.
It's 50% now.
It's going to be 50% on Tuesday.
Yeah. Wait, hang on. No, it does say 100% on the wiki. It does say 100%. It does look like it's being halved.
Interesting.
How do you respond to this, Brazil? Is Scepter being nerfed?
Yeah, because I thought it was 33%. Whoops.
Fail fish.
Yeah, fail fish.
Yeah. Uh-oh. But at least you get
Minion Mancer are going to be even bigger now that for SPVP bunkering with transformations no longer working on them. Like in high level play, like I don't really think that's a thing anyway.
Yeah, I'm not.
High level play in what?
PvP.
Structured PvP.
Yeah.
Did you say Minion Master?
Yeah.
With Venom Share Thief, it's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we tried that.
Yeah. Wait. No. you guys Brazil has seen it actually work well. It
does not work in Courtyard.
No, but me and Boots are actually geniuses. We're new meta. This is new meta.
Yeah.
But what he's talking about is that the Lich and Plague forms no longer destroy the minions.
Yeah.
So,
does
this make them more viable in SPVP is the question.
It's gonna make hot joins with people that play Minion Masters harder and more annoying. Because then you can go into Plague form and you can blind someone for 20 seconds while the minions just attack them. Yeah. It's a buff to them.
Buff.
I don't know if anyone uses Lich form with minions. Maybe, because it makes the little bone minions or whatever, the bone fiends.
I guess we should. We kind of forgot to mention this when we were talking about the Necromancer. But the Feast of Corruption, which is the 3 skill,
it gives torment.
Yeah, 2 stacks and 1 for every condition, up to 5, which is really nice. Torment is really powerful, and obviously this is really great in PvP, but I guess it's pretty good in PvE as well. Do you press the 3 key, Brazil? Is that worth it?
Yeah, because it does damage based on how many conditions they have.
Yeah,
and it gives you life force too.
Well, there you go then. But in light of this apparent nerf, do you think it's still a buff, or is it just worse? Scepter, is it kind of worse now?
It gets more bleeds on the auto attack. The Scepter does, because the third one the third auto attack puts a bleed on now, but the first 2 got their duration reduced a little bit, I think, and then this gets torment now. But yeah, I thought that lingering curses got buffed to 50 up from 33. I thought it was 33. I didn't remember that it was 100. So I don't know now. I'm less certain.
You're gonna need to get the old the calculator out and.
No, I don't care about calculating. I just care about practicality and just doing stuff.
No, I mean to actually find out if it's a buff or a nerf, though, right? You kind of have to figure it out.
I'll just go kill wolves.
Oh, I see. Okay. Okay. Fair enough. That is another way of doing it.
Yeah.
Maybe even a better way of doing it, because you can actually play the game while it's happening. I'm told it's a buff, says Nike. Interesting.
Areneo seemed pretty confident that it was a buff, so we'll see.
It's a very minor buff, says Rim. Okay. Thank you for informing us, educating us. It's something. Oh, well, I think that kind of wraps it up for all the important balance stuff that happened. Unless anyone in chat has anything important that they think we should talk about. I mean, we've been going for 2.5 hours, so I think it's probably...
It's been a while.
Yeah, it's probably time to wrap this up anyway. But maybe we'll take 1 or 2 questions, and then... Oh, yes. Start thinking about someone for us to host. We will host someone.
I'll go find someone.
Okay. More dramas? No, we're not having drama. Tea Time is the non-drama stream.
Yeah.
Come on any of the other streams, and you can stir up as much drama as you want.
Here's the thing. What did you guys think about the Legendary Journey stuff they revealed?
To get the precursor and stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, it's been a long time coming. Yeah,
I just like that they did the hammer, where you basically build a terrarium to put oozes in, and then you feed them little goldfish, and then when you're done, you smash the oozes and rub it all over your body, and then you fall off a cliff or something, and that gives you a precursor.
It just looks nice that you don't have to just go and I'll collect that bit, collect that bit, collect that bit. You actually get a little bit more engaged in what you're actually doing.
I'm really glad how creative they've been with it, with the tasks. I mean, I guess some people will think they suck because you have to visit places and talk to people and do little tasks and stuff. I mean, that is appealing to me, but I guess some people will be unhappy with that. I don't know.
Yeah. Someone says that it's just as expensive. I mean, probably. It probably will be pretty close to just... It's going to still be expensive. There's no doubt about that. But you won't be able to sell these. Yes, there is a quest or a journey or whatever you have to go on. You definitely have to run all over the world to do different things. But like that was kind of the point of it. And if you want the old ones, you can still buy them off the trading post.
The point is the incremental progress is what people want. People see that big gold price or the agonizing grind to just get it by RNG or in Mystic Forge and stuff like that, and they think, I can't do that. It's insurmountable to some people, and fair enough. I mean, it's 700 gold. That takes a long time. It takes time investment. But if you have
that, but I think there's a lot of people who are like me who are just terrible at managing gold and money, not just in real life, but in MMOs. So it's much easier to save up 50 or 100 gold and then go spend it on step 10 than it is to save up, 1,200 gold and buy a precursor.
I mean, one of the things that they said during the presentation was that they either very quickly realized after launch or they wanted at launch a system where it was account bound. They very quickly realized that the precursor should have been account bound, and to be honest, there are two things that I pretty much care about from the entire weekend, and that's the Iceborne nerf and the Legendary Journey. That is pretty much it. Because I'm in a similar position to things. I don't make gold that fast in game, and ending up having to give a massive chunk of my gold to some bastard who got exceptionally lucky on a drop, it just kind of winds me up a little bit. And I'm sure we've all been there when we've got 3 of the gifts sitting in our bank and we're just waiting for that precursor to drop. And there is nothing more infuriating than knowing that you either have to grind the gold or you have to rely on luck. There is literally nothing that you can do to expedite that process apart from grind or pray to RNGesus. Yeah. And I think a really great step in that was having Ascended stuff, or the Ascended armor as being account bound.
Yeah.
And I'm just happy now. All they have to do to make me perfectly happy is remove legendaries from the wardrobe.
What?
Yeah. Absolutely. Legendaries should not be in the wardrobe, man. You made one legendary weapon.
Oh, so you can't copy them?
Yeah. It completely defeats the point of... I mean, it's account bound anyway, so if you're that bloody desperate, you can switch it across characters, but it shouldn't be in the wardrobe. It's a legendary thing.
Okay. What if you have one in real life, too?
No. It's clearly fake. If you swipe that thing around, it's not going to leave a trail, is it? Come on. Look. Oh, if only I could make an effect that would make it do that.
What is that made out of, by the way?
Probably PVC or something.
I don't know. I just want... I've said this before. I don't know if I said this to Brazil, somebody else, but I've seen the person that was making those or making something similar to that anyway. I just want the legendary weapons. I don't care about the little minifigure. I just want the weapons.
You can get those. You can buy them.
Just buy the weapons from them.
She can make them for you.
I think I've made some enemies in your chat.
Yeah, you've divided people. Some people do agree with you, though. You've actually made a statement, therefore some people disagree with you and some people agree with you. They are equally vocal in their opinions. Just, welcome to the internet. This is what happens.
Angry mob incoming.
Yeah, the angry mob is here, yeah.
You can find where I live. More than welcome.
They're gonna come and get you. All hail RPG Shack.
God.
I do think that the new legendaries in Heart of Thorns, because they're account bound, because precursors are now account bound for Heart of Thorns, that I think it is going to make those a little bit more special. Not a ton more special, but a little bit more special. At the very least, you're going to say, okay, this person worked for it, rather than he has lots of money or the disposable income to buy it. Which is not always true for every legendary, but there's always that thought, I think, in someone's head to say, did he just get lucky? Did he earn it? Did he build it? You know, did he actually go through it? So,
yeah. Well, I mean, that's inevitable by the fact that you can just buy gold, though. I mean,
yeah, to an extent. But the precursor hunt is going to, like, some people are saying how annoying it is. The precursor scavenger hunt is now going to actually force you to go out and shake Queen Jenna's hand or whatever.
Actually play a game.
Play the game.
Oh, the horror. You're going to actually have to play Guild Wars 2 to get the legendary.
I bet these are the people who oh, I only got half a dozen precursors dropped this week. It's like, it's a slow week for me.
Yeah.
Malfurin's going to have a seizure from the... I might have a seizure as well from the freaking eternity dancing on the street.
Yeah. It is pretty insane. That level 2 Norn has a legendary. Shame.
So grinding for hours in a game for a legendary is better than just buying one? Why is it a grind? Why is it a grind to run to different zones and do different things? I mean, if that's what you think a grind is, welcome to MMOs. Everything is a grind. Yeah. I don't know what to tell you about that one.
The whole point of the legendary is that it requires time investment. I think that person is basically defining grinding as you're spending a lot of time playing the game. I mean, that's not a good definition.
If you look at the hammer, if you look at the precursor hammer, you have to go to different statues and do something. That's step 1. Step 2 had something to do with you had to buy a book and a recipe and craft certain things or whatever. And then step 3 was building the terrarium, going to the different oozes, collecting them around the world, put them in the terrarium, collect food, feed the stupid ooze, rub the ooze oil all over you, and then take certain damage or fall off a cliff or go do certain events like the Grenth event and take damage from him while coated in ooze. If that's a grind, I mean, I don't know. Then that's a grind. I don't know what to tell you. Lots of things in Guild Wars 2 then are a grind.
It kind of reminds me of the quest to get the Black Moa chick mini in Guild Wars 1.
That was fantastic.
Yeah, it was excellent, wasn't it?
I loved that.
I'm not sure if anyone knows what we're talking about here, but you had to do a load of stuff, collect some stuff, and then you had to go and fight the Forgeman, right?
You had to go and fight the original Iron Forgeman, to incubate the egg.
Yeah, by being hit by one of the lava bursts he sends up. Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
That was phenomenal.
Yeah.
And
Abe, you're talking about, like, that is step 1, going to the different steps. They want you to explore all of Tyria. They want you to go around Tyria. It's supposed to be this world exploration. There are other aspects to it where you have to go do certain events and take damage from certain things. You might say that's not challenging enough, and I agree. It's not all about... It's certainly not going to be super duper challenging to rub yourself in ooze oil and fall for 10 seconds. There's not a super challenging thing to that. But on the other hand, you then have raiding, which has armor that is going to require you to do things in raids in order to get those precursors. So I think it's give and take. Is the system perfect? I'm not going to sit here and tell you that the system is perfect for this.
I think the original system is perfect.
I see. I disagree.
What?
Big time.
I think he's just trolling. Are you just trolling us here, Brazil?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so.
He knows how to push my buttons. The original system was absolutely terrible. If you love the original system, good for you. I hate it. I hate it with the hot intensity of 1,000 bare bows. I hate the freaking original system. And I'm not trying to, Abe, I'm not trying to jump on you or jump on anybody in particular, but it's just my opinion. It comes down to my opinion that I just prefer this new system. It's not a perfect system. I do agree that I think there should be things like you should have to defeat a particular boss or something in order to get a piece that you need for the quest. And maybe that'll be in some of them. They didn't go over every single specific, you know? And legendary armor definitely seems that way, but just buying it off the trading posts or playing for 7,000 hours like me and never having one drop just freaking sucks. And I don't want to save up 1,200 gold to buy one because that's not fun. And maybe running around and rubbing a statue is not fun either to some people, but I'd much rather rub a statue than spend 1,200 gold on the trading post.
Unladra says, "Is world
I hate
mastery
D&T. I do not hate D&T.
Yeah, come on. Yeah, you do. Come on.
You told me.
Come on, Inks. Yeah,
you told me
do.
when we joined the same guild. You said now I can be in Brazil's guild, and I hate D&T. You told me that. You literally told me that in TeamSpeak. I heard.
Yeah,
I
I wasn't even there, and I remember that.
Such a lie. Such a lie. Yeah, Teapot wasn't even there, and he heard it.
Yeah,
he heard it all the way across the pond.
Yep. I have a really good. I have a really good microphone. It's just constantly listening to you guys.
Dawn is now achieved by making love to a quaggan at 6:59 p.m. At 6:59 p.m. Don't feed a quaggan after midnight.
Yeah. D&T, Dan's game, says Silokin. Okay. You guys talk about the Halloween event dropping at the same time as HOT. Curious, giving all the free-to-play players doing something new to do and not promote HOT more. I'm sure they will promote HOT a lot.
Yeah.
At the same time. Maybe
I just hope they bring back the weapons.
Well,
yeah, so for Halloween, I want to see them bring all of the Halloween content back from year 1 to year 3 or 2 or whatever the hell we're on.
Yeah.
I want to see all of that content come back. There's really, I don't see a very good reason why, like, new players, as well as people who missed even the first year, can't play that quest for the book or whatever the hell it was. I have the book. I don't need to do it. But for other players, it would be nice, especially for all these free-to-play players. Have that content back in the game. Let them do it. And then, like Brazil said, bring those weapons and stuff back. You're only bringing them back at Halloween. So, like, don't make them 100% drop. Still make them rare or whatever they were before. But bring them back seasonally or something, right? I don't know.
I'd love to have the cornfield PvP back again, instead of the kind of annoying labyrinth run thing.
Ugh.
I like the labyrinth.
Oh, I don't know. I never managed to really get into that.
I liked fighting level 90 mobs. That was fun.
Like the kind of the boss train was all right, but there's the
exactly.
I'd much rather.
I don't know. I
try and have a stroke completing the clock tower.
How many games did you have to play to complete that repeatable achievement? Like 50 times. It was like 500 games or something.
I'm not even going there.
So I did that.
Yeah.
I don't want to do 500. I don't want 500 games this year. It was worth 50 achievement points, man. I'm gonna get my 500 games in. That hurt my brain though.
500 games.
Speaking of 500 viewers.
500
Sweet.
What?
Wow.
We're getting the real hate now. You guys just suck. Well, thank you very much, Phil, Ken, Sebin. I appreciate it.
Do we?
We suck at Labyrinth.
Oh, we suck at Labyrinth. Okay,
we
okay.
suck at Labyrinth.
Damn.
Yeah, probably.
Getting 500 games in, I can tell you that I did as much leeching as possible. I was the worst of the worst leechers.
You bad man.
I did as very little work as possible to get stupid 500 games. I'm obsessed with nonsense.
Yeah, you need those achievement points. You need them.
That's right. I need those meaningless achievement points.
Well,
time for a giveaway.
Yeah.
Net7 says it's time for a giveaway. MightyTeapot is giving away a trip to his lovely cottage in the UK countryside. All expenses paid.
That's not happening.
Type in tap it right now.
See, Inks has been corrupted. He's been corrupted by memes. It's actually happened. Look, within the last 3 hours, he has become corrupted by the memes. Yeah. I think that is gonna be about it, though, guys.
Was it 240 games? It was way too many games, whatever it was. I don't know how many it was. It was a lot.
I think it's interesting. He says, however many games it was too much, yet 160,000 trick-or-treat bags later?
And I still don't have a ghost.
You still don't have that freaking dog.
Yeah. And literally thousands of gold. Quite literally thousands.
Alright, guys. That's going to wrap it up for now. Start spamming who we should host. But before we leave off, our lovely people here will all tell you where they can find them on various platforms to watch their amazing content. Alex, as our amazing guest this week, thank you very much for coming. Who are you, and where can we find you?
I'm Alex, obviously. Twitch.tv/RPG Shack, YouTube.com/The Only RPG Shack, because I made the RPG Shack and then promptly forgot the login details. So, yeah. Wish I was making that up. And Twitter.com, the RPG Shack. Do a whole bunch of Guild Wars 2 stuff and a whole bunch of other RPGs as well. And I just want to thank the three of you guys for having me on and putting up with my vast gaps in knowledge about theory.
All right, Inks, who are you?
Yeah, so I'm MMO Inks. You can find me on Twitter, YouTube, and Twitch. I was looking at Brazil, and I kept thinking I'm Brazil. No, I'm not Brazil. I'm MMO Inks. And, yeah, you can find me on Twitch, YouTube, and Twitter at MMO Inks. Very easy.
Well, I'm also MMO Inks, and you can find me on Twitch, YouTube, and Twitter at MMO Inks. Or Brazil GW2.
Yeah, either is good enough. And finally is, of course, me. You're already on this stream. You may not have noticed, but you are. If you want to see more of this sort of thing, do give it a follow. It's tea times every Sunday with a variety of guests at the same time. I also do some other stuff. You can see that below. There's a full schedule of the Twitch stream. I also make YouTube videos. Link below again. And you can follow me on Twitter if you, I don't know, if you want to. I sometimes tweet. I just look at MMO Inks' Twitter and kind of copy that.
That's a lot of copying of nonsense.
Yeah. All right. That's going to be
find out. You can find out why Tyria is flat by going to MightyTeapot's YouTube page.
Yeah,
I all kinds of math and stuff to break your mind.
Do the real science.
It's extremely accurate, and you should definitely go watch it.
What a ringing endorsement there. I agree. You know, that's a great video, isn't it?
I agree. I'm fucking fantastic.
Yes. It's a great YouTube channel. All right, who should we host?
Should all be subscribing right now.
Shin.
Shin? Okay, right, let's host Shin.
Oh, Shin.
Our boy Shin.
All right, everyone wave. Goodbye. Goodbye, everyone. Yes, thank you, chat. It was the E-drama was happening, but it kind of calmed down. See ya.